If you're struggling with a drug or alcohol addiction, now is the time to take action and get professional help. Call Recovery Centers of America at 1-800-941-2358. You are worthy of recovery from your addiction, and calling RCA will be the first step in getting the help you need. Recovery Centers of America answers the phone and admits patients 24/7, and because safety is a top priority, all patients and staff are routinely tested for COVID-19. Their expert team of physicians and medical professionals will treat you with compassion and dignity and provide an evidence-based treatment plan that's custom-tailored to your specific needs. Recovery Centers of America has detoxification and residential treatment centers across the East Coast and Midwest, and many of their treatment centers are in-network with insurance providers. So RCA's best-in-class inpatient and outpatient care, which is offered both in-person and via teletherapy, is affordable and accessible. Make this the year you conquer your addiction. Call 1-800-941-2358, 800-941-2358.
If you look around, you'll see the world can be pretty smart. Okay, very smart. At Capella University, we think education should be smart too. That's why we're reshaping online learning with our FlexPath format. You can set your own deadlines, take classes at your own pace, even leverage your previous experience to move faster. So when it comes to earning your bachelor's degree, you know what kind of choice to make. A smart one. Visit capella.edu to learn more. Capella University. Don't just learn smarter.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Christopher Media, let's make some noise. Welcome to Sporgy, the show that gives you half-ass sports fans giving their half-ass opinions. And now, here are your hosts.
Number 86, I'm Chris.
I'm Rich.
I'm the Iceman.
Who's number 86?
Heinz Ward.
Mighty Mouse.
Rocket Ishmael.
All right. Any other 86?
Todd Heath. I can do this all day. Zach Ertz.
There you go. Yeah, Zach Ertz, who might be Super Bowl champ. Oh, I'm sorry, big game champion after this Sunday. NFL
Why don't
champion.
we call it the Super Bowl anymore? Why can't we call it the Super Bowl?
Because it's trademarked. It is a trademarked name. You have to have permission to use it.
The word Super Bowl is trademarked.
Yes.
Oh, fuck out of here.
It's one of the reasons the NFL is one of the most hated corporations in the world.
Why do you think even Pepsi has to call it the big game?
Yeah, we at my little shit limited to the area I live in job got a cease and desist order from the NHL or from the NFL about 5 years ago because one of our flyers said something about the Super Bowl. They were like, you can't use that. So yeah, now it's the big game. And just like we sometimes we do, when you come in, you take a card, you pick what team you think is going to win. If the team that you picked the card wins, you bring it back, you get like percentage off or whatever. We can't put the names of the teams; we have to put the cities.
Yeah.
So what's the World Series? The Big Show?
Well, the Big Show is just the show is just the show's a video game.
Big Show. That's Paul White.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, Earl's identical twin. Yeah,
formerly the Giant for you WCW fans.
But welcome to corporate ownership of what you can and can't say. Remember when we were kids, we were worried the government was going to tell us what we can and can't do? No, we got corporations to do it. But hey, at least it's not the government, right?
I love my freedom speech. Welcome to the Big Show.
Yeah, but they won't throw you in jail. They'll just fucking sue you.
Na.
Did you finally get that?
Oh, yeah.
You went through them?
I've had it for a while.
Oh, we got all them drops. Oh, it's on now. My Latrell Sprewell phase. I want to say hockey. Basketball.
Oh, man.
All right, well, so let's get the breaking news out of the way that Iceman literally told us right before we started recording, because by the time this gets posted, it's going to be old news, so let's just get that out the way.
Alex Smith, bye-bye.
See ya!
Oh, yeah. heading about, I don't know, a few hundred miles east to D.C., to the Washington football team.
Yeah, and as I'm the only Kansian here, see you later, sir. Bye. Not even good riddance, just bad rubbish. Peace.
Yeah,
Damn.
all he's giving you is winning seasons. Yeah, bye. See ya. Couple playoff appearances. Yeah, see you, douchebag.
Dude.
But I get it. I get it. He can't close the deal.
He can't close the deal. He can't finish either. He started this season off. He kicked the Patriots' ass. He was 5-0. He was like on a roll. He was like, woohoo, I'm the shit. And then dropped 6 in a row.
So he just has performance anxiety all over the place.
I don't know what he's got, but he ain't got it here no more.
Fooled me enough to get on 2 of my fantasy football teams.
Oops.
Yes. Dick. But yeah, I mean that's got to mean Kirk Cousins is bye-bye, right? I mean they're not. I mean, is he going to back up Kirk Cousins?
You know what? I don't know. Stay tuned, I guess, because that's kind of scary. I would. Okay, here's a good question for you two: Kirk Cousins or Alex Smith?
Cousins, he's younger.
What about Alex Smith and being a vet and experienced?
Alex Smith is on the downside of his career. Alex Smith has been in the league almost 10 years.
Yeah.
His Super Bowl appearance was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
I get Cousins, man, youth.
Yeah, but I don't think Cousins is all that either.
Well,
I mean, I think all you're doing is you're buying yourself a quarterback for a little bit longer, but I don't really think you're making a substantial trade up by having Cousins. I mean, that's just I'm not impressed with either of them, to be honest with you. I mean, that's 40-degree day quarterbacks right there.
No, I totally agree. It's average versus average.
It's mediocre versus experienced at being mediocre.
Those are guys that if they go to the right team, they have the right offense, and they can manage the game, and they have a defense that can actually get stops, they can do something. But they're not the type of guys that week in, week out are going to come in and be the field general and march their team down the field no matter what and give them a chance to win. I mean, we've talked shit about Stafford on this show constantly since fucking episode 1. I'd take Stafford over either of them because at least Stafford will give you a fucking fighting chance in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. I love to refer to the eyeball test, and I'll take Matt Stafford any day just watching him play over those two. Just he's a better quarterback just watching him.
And he's got that, for as puffy of a fucking stoner as he looks, with his goofy ass commercials. Anybody want pizza? Get him on the field, and it's like something's different in him. Because I cannot reconcile the interview Matt Stafford with the Matt Stafford that I've seen on the field. It's just two different people. I don't know how else to put it. And that's a good thing, by the way.
Both of them had a better offensive line than he did.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. If you put those guys in situations where they have to get the ball out quick, they don't have protection, the pocket just collapses immediately after the ball is snapped. They can't. You're going to glaring holes in their game. You're going to see them real quick. So they need a team around them that they can just manage the game. Every once in a while, maybe go for the deep ball. Besides that, hand it off, dink and dunk, move down the field. Don't turn it over. To me, that's what those type of quarterbacks are. And you can win Super Bowls with them. I mean, Baltimore's done it. Tampa Bay's done it. It's been known to happen. You don't need a Hall of Famer under center to win a Super Bowl. I mean, Jesus Christ, Colin Kaepernick got San Francisco to a Super Bowl.
Is this going to be the rise of Patrick, whatever his name is, Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
that's what they're thinking.
I mean, this has got to be Andy Reid. This is saving his job, right? This is grasping at one last straw.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to do this. You drafted him to come in and play. I mean, we all saw what happened when what's his nuts in L.A. didn't play golf, right?
Bye.
Bye, Fisher. New coach came in, put him in, taught him how to use the system. Boom, he's the greatest quarterback of the year. Because Deshaun Watson got hurt. But other than that, putting up numbers that, people are like, who is this kid again?
But didn't Goff end up playing half of last year?
No, he played for a couple of games last year.
Yeah, that's
and they were like,
the end.
Not ready. See ya. And then it was Case Keenum.
So, Cousins has got tons of places to go.
Oh, yeah.
Quite honestly.
Places all over the place to go.
Kirk Cousins will be all right. So, we're already in the football world. Do we want to stay in it? Do we want to leave it and come back?
Well, that is, to me, that's more of the breaking news world, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you wanted to keep it with what we're talking about, if you want to talk about a trade that everybody in Detroit's happy about.
Oh, a trade? A trade happened? Griffin. Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Why?
Because that's just the Pistons, as you said, getting asses in the seats.
I'm telling you, man, it's 2005, and this is the Tigers signing Pudge. That's what this is. That is exactly what this is. Because ever since the going to work era ended, you have had lots of nothing. You've had lots of no names. You've had people breezing in and out, coming here. Nobody worth a shit has been here since the Big Five went away, 10 plus years ago. This is getting somebody to get other people to come here. I'm telling you, this is bringing Pudge to the Tigers in 2005. This guy ain't going to save. Meanwhile, would any other 5-time All-Star in the Pistons like to stand up? He's better than anyone you got. But, yes, he has durability issues. I will not take that away from you. I am a 2-time Blake Griffin owner in fantasy basketball. I know what you're talking about. But
durability issues. This man is hurt more than he can play.
He's missed 20-something games this year, but look at his stat line this year. He's averaging almost like 23 points a game.
Because he's only played half the games. Play a full season, then we'll look at his stats.
Okay, look at his career stats. And again, I'll say 5-time All-Star. He's better than anyone we have.
Okay.
This is to get other people to come here. This is to make Detroit a basketball destination for other players in the NBA. And I said it today, and I'll say it again while this mic is on. That arena ain't getting any fuller. They started out as one of the best teams in the NBA, and they weren't selling it out. You got 2 average teams playing in that building. You got to get some people in the seats. This is part of it. This is to make Detroit a basketball destination for 2 things, for the players and the fans. I'm telling you, this is. You watch what happens in the next couple seasons. That's what this move is.
The next couple Jordan's available. I think we're going to get him.
Hey, Brown's going to be looking for a place to go after next year. Detroit's right up I-94. You just take 80-90 out of Cleveland. Hit up 75.
And he really, really wants out of Cleveland now. Kevin Love just broke his hand playing the Pistons. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Hey, isn't the last time Kevin Love went out and then how he got a championship?
Yep. Yeah, but that doesn't look like the story this year. Holy shit.
Well, but hold on. Because just from a absolutely don't give a fuck about basketball point of view, to me, I have to agree with Chris. This is a calculated risk the Pistons are taking, because how do you build a team anymore in the NBA? You get a superstar, and he calls his superstar buddies and says, hey, come sign, let's get 3 or 4 of us, and let's try to make a super team here and make a run. So to me, this is just the Pistons trying to get that first piece, trying to jumpstart it, because they're not bad enough to tank for. Well, first of all, I don't think they can do what Philly did and tank for all those years, get all those draft picks, et cetera, because they're not drawing anybody now. If they play worse, Little Caesars Arena is going to be one of the nicest arenas to sit mostly empty when the 2 home teams are there, because Red Wings aren't doing shit. So I gotta go with Chris. Now, is he often hurt? Is he unreliable? He's not an everyday player because of injuries. What else can they do? And Van Gundy, what the fuck is he? Is this a Hail Mary from him to try to save his job?
I think that's part of it too.
I would definitely call it part of it because I appreciate that you bring a superstar in and call superstar buddies. But damn, couldn't we got somebody else? Anybody?
Ooh.
And I don't care at this point.
That's what I always say to people in your situation. Who?
Pick another superstar. Anyone. Someone that's
Kevin
actually
Durant.
going to play. Okay, fine. Kevin Durant. I don't care.
Steph Curry.
Sure. Klay Thompson. He's going to need a place to go. Klay Thompson ain't going to be with the Warriors for long. His contract's coming due.
You are ludicrous. If they win another championship, that guy... If they keep winning championships, those guys are going to try restructuring their contract. The same way Brady's been on the Patriots for 20 years. You restructure your contract to benefit you when you win.
You're paying Steph Curry all that money, Draymond Green all that money, Kevin Durant all that money. Where's the money left for Thompson?
You don't think that team starts getting mentioned in the same breath as the late 90s Bulls, that these guys won't start restructuring their deals to stay together?
The late 90s Bulls didn't stay together, bro.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
They'll restructure. You don't think they'll restructure their deals to stay together to try to fucking... Because at this point, with most of them, it ain't about winning a championship. They've done that. They've done a few of them have done it twice. Now it's going to be, ego's going to kick in.
Now it's my legacy.
Yeah.
You're going to start hearing that shit all the time. My legacy this, my legacy that.
I think the Warriors' legacy is pretty much, solidified. Been in the championship last 3 years, won 2 out of 3. You're good.
No, you're not.
But I think
you're the Detroit Pistons in the early 90s.
I think right now they want to get paid, dude. Honestly.
Okay, well, here's another thing. Whether, to stick to the Pistons trade, is this the beginning of the end of the super team copycat bullshit? Because it seems like when the really bad teams start looking at what other bad teams did to get good and copy it, that's pretty much the death. That's the death knell of that style of thinking or running a team. Case in point, in football, the Tampa 2, cover 2, whatever you want to call it. Once everyone started running it everybody figured out how to beat it. Boom, it became obsolete. I mean, this is the Pistons joining the party way too late. Even if they are trying to build a super team. To me, it's too late. The super teams are already set. Who can the Pistons honestly get to come play for them in the next couple of years?
Actually, a lot of people. Because the super teams that have formed, not all of them are gelling. The Houston Rockets look to be that looks to be good. OKC, not gelling. Cavs, not gelling.
I have to pull up standings again.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, hold on. I mean, let's just get the fucking, the obvious out of the way. If LeBron leaves Cleveland, that's the end of that super team right there. It's not like Cleveland's going to fucking continue to try to build around, who they have left, like they did with LeBron. Because I don't know if I don't know. This is my half-ass sports opinion. I don't know if LeBron leaves, they have the same draw and star power from the players that are left on the team to bring people in like he did.
Oh, they don't. I can tell you right now, they don't.
All the super teams would make the playoffs at the start of the day. This one pointed out.
Cleveland would make the playoffs.
Cleveland is the third best team in the Eastern Conference. Cleveland has a 604. Cleveland has a 604 winning percentage.
Cleveland's won like 6 or 7 games since Christmas, bro.
Well, I take it up with math. I mean,
racist ass math.
They're fine. If playoffs started today, they'd be comfortably in them.
Okay.
Third best team in the Eastern Conference, right behind the Raptors and the Celtics.
So ultimately, Chris, you say you like the move. Earl, you're like, no. I mean,
it's a lot of meh. I mean, it really is.
Okay, but hold on. Ultimately, do you think this is going to make a difference?
No.
That's where we disagree, because it's going to at least get people. It's going to stop discussions like who's on the Pistons nowadays, because that is, I mean, it's. When I saw who got traded, it was who, and quite honestly, it's a couple of no-name guys, and you're never going to get anyone to come play here if you don't have any. And there's two ways. You either a trade like this, where you get somebody who's a name that can attract other people, or you get out the fucking checkbook and you start stroking the ego and go, hey, we want to rebuild this franchise and we want to rebuild it around you, and you pick somebody and you go that route. And
the only way
the owner of the Pistons style, whether it's been Bill Davidson or Tom Gores.
The only way that that's going to make any difference is if Blake Griffin does exactly what you guys have been talking about. Call his buddies and say, get here. And that's, like I was saying, it's not out of the realm. These teams aren't gelling. If they don't start getting some form of, camaraderie and getting on the same page, I could see trades happening to Detroit. But, I mean, you're coming to play with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin wasn't the biggest name on the Clippers. You had Jordan. You had CP3. Blake Griffin was the guy that, he always was hurt. It's like, who else is on there that we're going to,
5-time All-Star.
And you're like, no big names got traded to get him. Doesn't that tell you something about the 5-time All-Stars, worth? Drummond could have been traded for him.
This trade tells me more about the Clippers than it tells me about the Pistons. The Clippers obviously are not interested in what they're doing anymore, and they're blowing it up.
Well, I mean, that goes back to, you said, open the pocketbooks. Is Gores even the type of owner to open the pocketbooks? Because he seems like he does not give a fuck about this team.
He just took on a contract he just took on a $173 million contract.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. If he's thinking, well, that'll put asses in the seats so it'll pay for itself, we'll finally have a quote-unquote all-star, superstar on the team. I can see where he might be thinking that. I don't know. To me, it just... I get why they did it. I understand why they did it. And the Pistons needed to do something because they're just getting lost in the shuffle after the start they had this season. And, having said all that, I'm just like, once again, it's a risky move. It's a risky move, period. You're asking a lot to expect your fans to show up because you got one guy who's a named player now, and then, well, be patient. Hopefully we can get some of his buddies here and build a super team of our own. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, man, I'm liking to quote Wayne Gretzky right now. You miss 100% of shots you don't take. It's better than doing nothing. It's better than the trade line coming and going and the Pistons doing nothing like they have the last fucking 5 years.
No, they excel at doing nothing. That's for sure. That's
well, but I don't want them to shoot themselves in the foot either. If they spend a whole lot of money on Griffin, that would be silly, in my opinion.
Well, they had to do something.
I agree, and I appreciate that they did, quote, something, but do something that's going to help us in the long run, not...
I'm telling you, this is a long con. This isn't, if you're into winning this season, this might not be the move for you. But this is for next year. This is for the season after that. This is for the season after that.
Well, I'm going to hurry up and wait. That's what I'm going to do. I need proof. I see this as a publicity stunt to get some tickets sold. And that's it.
I'm not saying it's not that. Because it's like this is, as far as that goes, yes, this is for right now. But as far as for the team as a whole, this is the long con. But yeah.
Well, I mean, we have some people
two-tiered.
We have some players that have to be somewhat good because they started off like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, they could. I mean, we can get into. I mean, we could go back and maybe they had a really easy first couple of months. We don't know. We could get into. Who knows? But yeah, they started real great, and now they're sub 500. So, you know, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle, and all that happy horse shit. Like, now we'll see. I mean, it's all we can do, right? It's done. It's over. It's shipped. Blake Griffin posted his Will Smith meme on fucking Twitter, and
wait, what? What did he post?
A Fresh Prince meme of Will Smith being surprised.
Oh, I was going to say,
or a GIF or something like that.
Don't tell me he posted the scene. He's like, "Why doesn't he want me, Uncle Phil?"
Posted the Carlton dance. So yeah, there you go. Blake Griffin, welcome to Detroit, bitch.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Yeah. That's what it's going to feel. But fill up that arena, motherfucker.
Are you gone, son?
Let's go.
Well, you know, since we're already in this region, and
hey, you know what? Blake Griffin, I'm glad to have him because he wakes up jacked.
All right, since we're already in this region of the country, might as well stick here. So,
oh shit,
this shit with MSU.
Dude, this is going to be bad.
Okay, I got to preface all of this conversation about MSU with apologizing to anybody who was listening last week because I asked the question and got really upset that they were coming down on MSU for Larry Nassar. I had no idea the depth that this shit went.
Oh, this shit goes.
So sorry.
This shit goes deep. I mean, they found, what was I telling you the other day? Like, the president of the NCAA knew in 2010.
The Olympic Committee knew.
This is gonna be bad. When they finally peel all the layers of this onion, this is gonna be like Izzo and D'Antonio should just retire
now.
Yeah, if you're an athlete at Michigan State, you better just transfer.
Well, let's explain. Hold on. You guys have pole vaulted in 10 minutes into the conversation already. So pump the brakes turbo in ozone. Okay, you'll get a chance to do your fucking head spins and shit. Electric Boogaloo breaking the topic too. But for right now, we need to set the stage here. I'm not talking about necessarily the Larry Nassar shit at this point. I'm talking about them looking into MSU athletics, a.k.a. them looking into Izzo and D'Antonio's record, and finding that both have turned a blind eye towards assault accusations, sexual assault accusations, etc., etc. That's what's going to be their undoing. Mm-hmm. Unless I see fucking hard evidence, you're not going to convince me either of those two coaches knew for a fact what was going on with Larry Nassar and those girls.
No.
And I hate to say this because it sounds shitty, but this is put your bullshit fantasies of Charles Bronson and the Punisher aside and deal with reality for a second. They might have heard rumors, but they don't deal with the man. They don't deal with gymnastics. And just because you hear rumors or something, when it doesn't see, even the train. I hear a rumor there's a train getting ready to knock on your front door yet again. But just because you hear rumors or something doesn't mean that if you don't go to the cops and report them, that you're legally guilty or morally guilty. Because I've heard rumors about friends of mine, and I'm like, what proof do you have? Well, I heard it from so-and-so, heard it from so-and-so. So we're playing a game of telephone here. This isn't people working for Joe Pa walking in on Sandusky butt fucking a 12-year-old in the shower, all right? and seeing it with their own eyes and going to Paterno and going, no, there's no mistaking it. He had him up against the wall and he was fucking him. And it was a child. And Paterno going, well, I mean, I got to keep winning for the university. Until I hear something like that, this has nothing to do with Larry Nassar. Now, what they have done is pretty fucking bad. And
yeah.
I can't, I know that women want to go, see, it's all about us. Well, calm down, narcissist. No, it's not. Believe me, the last thing they gave a fuck about was any woman they slapped or sexually assaulted. They care about winning. That's what this is about. And that's the problem with win at all costs mentality. Because if that's how it's happening at MSU, what the fuck is going on in the SEC?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on at Ohio State, at U of M?
Like that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be bad because, I mean, for starters, with Michigan State, I was talking to you earlier today, Iceman. It's going to start with, well, if you've been lying about this, what else have you been lying about? And then, why not? Since we're investigating Michigan State, let's look at the rest of the Big Ten. And then it's going to, this is going to be the world's most awful onion.
Well, the calls for the death penalty now.
Yep.
Seem to have a little bit more weight behind them because when it first come out and it was just limited to gymnastics and Nassar and people who knew, I'm like, how the fuck are you going to punish MSU football and basketball for something that they had nothing to do with? I still stand by that. If they give any type of gymnastics program at MSU the death penalty, so fucking be it. They've more than earned it. If they give the death penalty to all MSU athletics, then, and this is coming from a U of M fan who has no love for MSU, but it's not a game anymore, right? This isn't two teams playing each other for bragging rights for the next 365 days. This is people's real lives with shit that matters, all right? Fuck whether they're MSU's rival or not, or they're U of M's rival or not. If they come down on them, then the NCAA and the feds better come down on every single fucking program they can. Make a fucking career out of it. How about this? Get rid of the drug war and send all those people in to investigate fucking college athletics then. Real simple. Because that's one of the arguments you hear about why we can't give up the drug war. What are we going to do with all these people that were trained to do this? Have them investigate NCAA athletics. How many college football teams are there? 100 and some. Same with basketball. I mean, anytime you start digging into college sports, what is it, like 70, 80% of the time you find dirt?
Yeah, Rich, but here's my problem, though. When they dug into Michigan State, all right, Larry Nassar and everything he did with all of them kids in it, that was Larry Nassar, okay? Some people knew about it. Moving on. Tom Izzo in Michigan State basketball, right? Stuff like Travis Walton, former player, coach, all this. He was accused of assault and battery. He was charged with assault and battery, punching a woman in the face. She was injured. There were witnesses, but he was still allowed to participate with the team. All of this was known prior to anything about Nassar.
Yeah, and too with the football program, there was some issues.
There were a couple football players
for this. Like the thing is with Michigan State is they're going to start and even talking about it. Them starting to connect the dots in my head is starting to sound like a culture of doesn't matter
win. It's like Al Davis, win baby win.
Sweep it under the rug,
But I mean, dude, unfortunately. Honestly, that's what it really sounds like. I can't see anything that would deter that train of thought.
Well,
you punch a woman in the face, it's okay. You rape a woman, it's okay. You fuck kids, you're all right.
I mean, if you want to fast forward to the end game, I think Izzo and D'Antonio are both gone. And I think both are gone and gone in clouds of their own disgrace. I don't see how they can get out of this. I just don't. Because
it seems like a Rick Paterno thing there.
This is something with MSU football that's been a poorly kept secret for the last couple seasons. I mean, how many players were suspended last season? It's double digits.
A lot, yeah.
For different some for Title IX violations, some for fighting and this and that, or not going to class and all that shit. And it goes back to something that I'm not the first one to say it, but I'll carry the fucking water and I'll climb that hill for it. You don't have a winning program in college sports that's clean anymore. It's impossible. There's dirt, period. And this right now is the subject that will end careers and erase fucking legacies. And I don't know what to say. I don't. Because part of me goes, if I'm a head coach, what can I do? I know that in some cases, things were reported to D'Antonio. D'Antonio went to the school. The school and D'Antonio went to the prosecutor. The prosecutor looked into it, refused to press charges. Now, why that for some reason falls back on D'Antonio, I don't know. Probably because he's the first one in the chain of bullshit to have a recognizable face, and he's the easiest one to throw to the sacrificial wolves. But to me, if he did everything he was supposed to by the book, went through the chain of command, went to the school, him and the school went to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor said, there's nothing here, then that's on the prosecutor. Why aren't we going after him?
Now, see, with D'Antonio, iffy, very iffy. I'm more leaning towards Izzo because there was proof, there were witnesses that he hit her, his assistant coach hit her. She was injured. He was still allowed to play. That's on Tom Izzo's morals, man. And that sucks big time because he's one of the greatest college basketball coaches ever. But his morals decisions are just atrocious.
But once again, man, this is why it takes a certain type of people to understand there's win at all cost while playing within the rule book. And then there's win at all costs no matter what. And the problem is that win at all costs no matter what is what's respected in society. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, ironically enough, I saw the movie Blue Chips the other night, and I was like, yep, you got to win no matter what, win at all costs, but then your conscience catches up with you, and can you live with it?
Yeah, but you got to think, man. This isn't anything new. I mean, we don't even have to go all that far back.
This is just confirming our suspicions.
90s Dallas Cowboys. I mean, them fuckers, every fucking week it seemed like someone was getting arrested. You want to go a little bit further back? The U in the 80s. I mean, you can keep going. You can go back to when beat writers who followed sports teams didn't report on shit they saw.
Yeah, Rich, but even the Dallas Cowboys, all of them, it wasn't a domestic violence thing. It wasn't violence against women.
Yeah,
it was more bar fights, drug use, that type of shit.
There were, look, I enjoy the 30 for 30s on University of Miami as much as anybody else. But even in that documentary, when they're showing news clippings, they focus on everything. But in those news clippings, if you pause the screen and you read them as they're flashing across the screen, accused of sexual assault, accused of beating his girlfriend, accused of this, accused of assaulting a stripper, they just didn't fucking push it to the forefront. Because that's
just Michael Irvin.
That is in society. For some reason, you can walk into a bar, find a 5'0" nothing, 100-pound nothing fucking nerd with pocket protector and a slide rule in his pocket, and some 6'6", 350-pound defensive lineman can beat the shit out of him and put him in the hospital, and he'll get a slap on the wrist. Yet a guy and his girlfriend beating the shit out of each other is somehow worse. Because we've completely lost the trail of context in this country. I mean, that's how come you have people arguing that someone going, hey, baby, how you doing today, is just as bad as if they held them down and raped them. They don't see a distinction between the two.
Right.
All right. A guy and a girl in an abusive relationship that goes both ways, beating the shit out of each other, you know what? Throw them both in jail. Keep doing it until they're smart enough to fucking break up. some guy walking into a bar beating a guy who in a million years had no shot of winning the fight just because he's pissed off and he's gotten everything he's wanted handed to him since he could fucking get to the quarterback in Pee Wee football. And so I'll just slap him on the wrist, community service. He'll film a few commercials and I'll take care of it. Fuck that, man. But we can't say that in today's society, especially with the climate right now. Climate right now is, oh my God, if you stare at a woman too long, you're guilty of I raping her or something.
Yeah, we shifted from saving the children to save the women.
If you go online and do your own looking, there are ridiculous theories being put into the feminist culture. Like, if a man masturbates and thinks about a coworker, that's as bad as rape. Really? Are you serious right now? The fuck out of my face.
Stop telling them about it.
All right, first of all, ladies, if you're somewhat attractive, somebody's jerked off thinking about you.
Yes.
If you're fat and ugly and your ass looks like a wet towel, a whole team in football cleats ran over, someone's jerked off thinking about that cratered, filled ass. Get the fuck over yourself. That's not rape. That's life. You don't like it, Ernest Hemingway, Hunter S. Thompson, let them be your guides on how to deal with it. Stop with the bullshit. I'm tired of it. I have family members who've been sexually assaulted and raped, and for some fucking cunt to sit on fucking TV and say because someone said hi to her on the street, that somehow equals 4 guys holding down one of my female family members and fucking her in her ass until she can't sit for 3 weeks and got to get stitched back up. If they're somehow even close to equal, fuck that bitch. Bitch, I hope you get raped. Then you'll learn the difference, won't you? But we're past that, dude. It doesn't matter anymore. Everybody's guilty. He covered this up. They gotta go, dude. Even if I didn't agree with them going, which I do if they covered up shit like this, there's no way that any college could continue on that's taken the hit that MSU's taken. My problem is this is going to fuel the bullshit fire because it's going to keep. We're just going to keep looking for the lowest common denominator way of dealing with this, which is the minute something is said, fire everybody. Everybody's career's over with. And I have a problem with that because you know what? I don't know. Nuance, context, these things matter to me. I can think in more than just, a flat piece of paper. I can think in 3 dimensions. I can see that there's more moving parts and layers to this than just, oh, this happened. And that's what I was trying to say last week. And that's where when we were talking before the show, I can't get on board with this, well, everybody at MSU is guilty. Everybody needs to go. Why does everybody need to go? Unless they had a hand in it, unless it can be proven, why do people's lives need to be ruined? Aren't enough people's lives already ruined? Over 150 fucking women? Everybody that had to deal with that fucking case? You don't think this is going to leave fucking emotional scars on them, having to deal with the facts of this case? We haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg of what that man did to those girls, and we all 3 were fucking disgusted. Now imagine if we had to sit there and wallow in the details of it. Had to familiarize ourselves with the details of it to where we could say it in our sleep because that's our job. You don't think that fucks with people? I mean, I know I'm on a rant. I know it's kind of, to a lot of people go, what the fuck? This isn't on the subject. But it's just, there is a world of difference between Larry Nassar and
Al
Franken, whatever. And there is a world of difference between a coach going, okay, you got a black eye and a fat lip. What happened? Well, me and my girlfriend got in an argument. She hit me. I hit her, blah, blah, blah. What happened then? The authorities were called. They came, they investigated, they left. End of story. And that coach going, then for your sake, keep your hands to yourself, get a new girlfriend, and keep your mouth shut. I'll see you at practice. You can't tell me that's as bad as covering up as for fucking rape.
Oh, fuck no.
You can't. But it's not going to matter. Because all these accusations are just going to be leveled, and God forbid if hard evidence comes out to back up any one of them. Because at that point, We're talking from the top down. You already got the president and the athletic director gone. Later, see you. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why Tom Izzo opened his mouth on this subject and said anything but, I am horrified to find this out. I have nothing but compassion and empathy for the families, and I hope this man rots in hell. And that's all I'm here to talk about college basketball, specifically Spartan basketball. If you want to ask questions about that, I'm ready to answer your questions. You want to talk about Larry Nassar, go find Larry Nassar. I've said my statement, end of story. Instead of, well, I hope they got the right person.
What are you doing?
This has hurt people on both sides. What side are you? What other side is there?
Yeah, really.
Didn't we learn a lesson about on both sides back in August, Tom? Didn't Donnie John demonstrate how not to use the phrase on both sides?
And the truth is, I don't think he thought it through. Maybe he's delusional. He's delusional enough, and he's successful enough, and he lives in Izzo world where he thought he could get up there with everything going on, and all they were going to ask him about was basketball questions. So he never thought about what he would say if they asked about fucking Nassar and the whole, United States gymnastics team shit. And if he's living in Izzo world, then there's nobody that's going to be able to tell him any different. I mean, if you've ever met someone who lives in their own world, it's an impenetrable bubble.
What did seem a little tone deaf? Say, hey, Tom, you opened up a newspaper in the last year? Or been on this thing called the internet? Turned on a TV?
I mean, judging by his statement, no. Maybe he's one of those fucking idiot savants who can barely wipe his own ass the proper way, but can coach basketball better than 99.9% of the rest of the population. He just happened to luck into the one thing he was really good at. If not, he'd be going, would you like fries with that?
Is he one of those? Is he like Tom Brady? Is he just a robot? Is he just like basketball? Is this old basketball robot?
I mean,
I watched the interview he gave just recently. Outside the Lines is like the greatest investigative sports reporter ever now for breaking the Nassar thing and all of this shit at Michigan State. And one of their reporters from Outside the Lines asked him about his coach that I spoke of. And he was like, I feel bad. And Tom Izzo said, I made my statement. I got sorrow in my heart for the survivors, and I'm here to talk about our season in basketball.
Translation, my boss has said you're done talking about this.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then she followed him after the fucking news conference, the reporter did, with the microphone in his face, and he said the same thing over and over. And then she looks at him and goes, Tom, you know people have questions. And he goes, yeah, probably. And she goes, and you're not going to give them any answers? No, not right now. I've made my statement. I was like, wow, dude.
Like in a state, but I don't understand in a situation like that. Why doesn't he just be honest and go, I can't. Like, for real, I can't. You know I can't. I've been told I'm interested.
Then he would be fired on the spot, dude.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you, Chris, but yeah, they would be like, that's the end of him. And here's the bitch of it.
He just told everybody that we fucking shut him up. Bye.
If he'd have done that, that'd have probably been the best move he could do, because then if MSU fired him, he's out of the spotlight. MSU why would MSU tell you to shut up? And then they fire him
because you told everybody that they told you to shut up.
all the focus would go to MSU, and he could name his next destination. So I mean, maybe we have to consider the fact that these geniuses at certain things in life, like coaching, are fucking retards in everyday life.
Ooh, I just had a thought. What about Tom Izzo in Louisville?
Dude, who knows? I wasn't joking in the group chat. I really think they're going to, and it's sounding more and more like it's going to be Izzo and Antonio. They're going to throw them to the fucking wolves and go,
see ya.
Yep. We don't know it because, I mean, dude, if they're working from the top down, what they're doing is they're taking out the high-profile people until they finally, the public moves on and doesn't care about the people they're getting rid of anymore. And then they go, okay, fuck it, now we got to find people to replace these people. Because that's what they did at Penn State, man. That's what they did at Penn State.
But at the same time, Rich, these are people that actually had knowledge of the incidences.
I want to say yes, but my problem is, what proof do we have besides someone goes, they knew about it, now fire them?
Well, no. The athletic director and the president of the university both knew about the issues people had with Larry Nassar. That was reported upon many, many times. There was complaints made against Nassar, and nothing was done. Okay,
let me tell you something real quick. I read an article that focused on Nassar's statement that was given to the judge. That motherfucker has a line of bullshit that if you don't have a good bullshit detector, and believe me, everybody's bullshit detector's pinged to the red right now the minute he opens his mouth because of everything we know. But if you took away everything to do with the trial, everything to do with the 160-some girls that he fucked with and molested, you take all that away, his line of bullshit would fool quite a few people, man. I mean, I guarantee it. That dude could talk. He's one of them motherfuckers that he'd have been in sales if he wasn't a doctor.
Ice to an Eskimo.
In a way, he was in sales. He was selling bullshit to everybody around him. And, I mean, he did it in a disgustingly evil but borderline genius way. Because he was like, oh, genitalia is a no-fly zone. I don't go near that. No, I mean, this has nothing to do with that. This is aligning this and this, and this is my medical practice. And you don't understand it because you don't have a degree, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And here's the bitch of it. People were like, oh, well, I guess.
Sure,
Dude,
I mean,
he convinced
middle school
parents,
I called it finger fucking, but all right.
Right.
Sure, you're the doctor.
He convinced parents to allow him to masturbate their child right in front of them. I'm pretty sure he's pretty good at bullshitting people. It shocks me not at all.
I mean, but once again, now that everything's been brought out to the light, just like any pathological sociopath or pathological liar, he can't reverse himself. I mean, he's still claiming innocence. He's claiming innocence to the point where he's going, oh, well, the computer that they supposedly found child porn on, which was never even downloaded onto the computer, was a shared computer, and I basically was just going to plead no contest to a plea deal and take, a couple years just so, that nobody would be disgraced at any of my workplaces and my family and all this. I mean, dude, he is, a stereotypical sociopath. I mean, he's trying.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's a sociopath. He's trying to say, I was willing to go to prison. I was willing to pay a price that I shouldn't pay because I'm innocent, just to spare other people's ability to continue to live, without being fucked with by the legal system. And dude, we know people dumb enough who would fall for that shit if there wasn't a mountain of evidence against them.
There are people who fall for that even though there are mountains of evidence on them.
I've literally seen a handful on the internet, and I just shake my head and close the tab, because if I don't, I think they can prosecute you for shit you say to people on the internet these days. So I just have to fucking just navigate away from that, because that's just, nope, catch me later with that bullshit. But having said all that, what I'm saying is they don't have at this point that type of evidence against Izzo, D'Antonio.
No, what they have against Izzo, though, is, like I said, it's a moral question. You punch a woman in the face, she gets injured, there's witnesses to it, it happened, there's no question it happened, and you still allow this man to be part of your team. It's not a Nassar, like, oh my God, that's terrible. But like you said, Rich, at this point in this day and age, it is. It's all terrible. But with the breaking of Nassar and everything, they're going to look at that, like we've said just now on this show, it's a culture at MSU. They don't give a fuck about women's rights at MSU, period. End of file. That's it. That's proven on Izzo. That's proven with Nassar. Not so much with D'Antonio because there's no huge mounting evidence. There's no confirmed. Just allegations.
But 16 of them while he's been coached.
Well, I mean,
that's not nothing.
I totally understand.
Yet. That's what I'm saying.
I totally understand where people would say that they don't, okay, well, this proves they don't care about women's rights. I maintain, because I don't live my truth, I live the truth, and I look at all the evidence and I weigh it, and the fact remains, win at all cost. That's why this was done. I don't think Izzo's walking around going, boy, I hate bitches, and I hope every fucking recruit I have beats the shit and rapes every single one they come across. But that's how it's going to be painted. And today, right now, January 30th, 2018, nobody can survive that type of fucking accusation.
No.
Nobody. This is the reality of the world we are inhabiting right now. If someone accuses you of something, it's as good as a conviction. And that's my problem with this. They're going to try, it's going to be turned into everything. I keep saying this, and I keep feeling like people who hear me go, oh, okay, Rich is off on some fucking tinfoil shit. But then I just keep seeing more and more evidence to back up what I'm saying, and I'm just like, okay, case in point, people who hate sports, people who hate college sports, and there are a lot of them. A lot of academics resent college sports. They feel that money should go into the university and teaching and et cetera, and the faculties and facilities and et cetera, et cetera.
What do you think?
Yeah, my sister school to Michigan State that I graduated from explicitly feels that way.
What do you think pays for the science department?
Those
are we not allowed to bring that up?
Well, I mean, dude, real simple. Alabama took in over $500 million off their football program alone last year. Over $500 million. Now, do you think all that money is going to Alabama football? No. A lot of that money goes back into the school. But these are people who cannot see the forest because they're staring at the tree in front of them. And these people don't want it college athletics. They're going to use it as an excuse to push an agenda that is just barely connected to this story. But they'll find that no matter how thin of a thread, they'll find it and they'll start pulling at it. I sent you guys the story. What was it, 6 months ago? I said, watch, there'll be a call to end Pee Wee football. There's a state. I sent you guys the article. Lawmakers want to ban football for anybody 12 and under. It would be illegal for someone 12 and under to play football. How long until you think that if that passes and more states start adopting that law, how long until it's high school?
Which I don't get that. If you don't want to play football, you don't have to play football. There's not a law that says you have to play Pee Wee football. It's a choice.
Well, I kind of agree with that, though, a little bit.
Why?
Because if you're a kid, okay, most kids today aren't this way. Almost none of them are, but there are some that are this way. You will do what mom and dad says, period. End of file. That's it. You can't question it. Don't even. So if they say you're putting on the pads, you're getting on the field, you're playing this game, okay, whether you want to or not, whether you like it, whether you're good at it, whether it hurts, it doesn't matter. Put on the pads, get on the field, and play in this game. And at that young of an age, some, like I said, some kids don't have a choice but to listen to their parents. You get to 12 and over and into your teen years, you can make that choice for yourself. I don't want to play football. I'll play baseball. I'll go out and swing the bat. I'll run some bases. I'll play some track and field. I got an instrument. I like guitar. Whatever. You make some choices when you're that age. But when you're under 12, you're at the mercy of your parents. And there's a lot of parents out there, as we've seen, that will do many, many bad things to a child to get their way. So I appreciate the fact that younger kids.
I'm trying to follow this bouncing ball, Ice Man.
I just appreciate that they got to wait. Get to an age where they can make their own choice.
Dude, the one season of Pee Wee football I did play, I was 10, and it was my choice.
Chris, I played football from the time I came out of my mom until I was fucking, 16, 17. I loved the game. I loved playing the game. I loved every minute of it. I loved getting hit, hitting, running, tackling. I loved playing football. Loved it. But I can see the point to where there are some kids that are just like, I'm only here because I have to be.
What does becoming over 12 have to do with it? If you have shitty parents,
like I just said,
if you have shitty parents who are going to force you into doing shit, why does it change because now you're 12?
Because you will listen to a 12-year-old. You won't listen to a 6-year-old. If a 6-year-old comes up and goes, I don't want to play, Mom says I have to come out and play. Well, you better get your ass out there and play. I don't know what to tell you. It's your mama.
Chris, as a kid whose mother forced him to play 2 years of soccer that I absolutely never wanted to play, not once, I know where he's coming from.
Once you hit 12 years old and, like I said, get into your teen years, you're going to listen to that kid. If you're a coach, if you're a teacher, if you're somebody of authority, he comes up to you and goes, look, man, I don't want to play, but my mom said I had to or else. Then you can get CPS involved. You can be like, look, all right, stop mistreating your fucking child.
But what's the difference if it's soccer like Rich or Pee Wee football or Little League baseball or fucking piano lessons?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. In football, there's a very good chance that you can get injured.
Get into play soccer.
You could, but now there's not a very good chance.
One of the only bones I ever broke. I broke playing soccer. I broke my fucking toe.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you, so.
Fuck does that mean? Man, you coming like your ass is awful heavy for a guy you just met one time at a graduation party. But go ahead, Earl.
I guarantee I am the lightest member of this podcast.
It's you. You're itty bitty, not hard to break. Anyways, in football, there's a definite chance that you're going to be hurt. You're at least going to be sore at the end of a game, or you're not playing right, no matter your age. All right, there's a very good chance that you're not going to be even a bit sore if you played baseball.
But you can get hit in the face with a baseball. That's another injury I took in Little League.
One more time, Chris. This is you.
With the field of grounder, the thing hit my glove, hit me right in the fucking face. I mean,
listeners, do we see a pattern?
No, but there's obviously I don't play sports. I talk about it.
Okay, but hold on, guys. See, this is the problem, though. You see how this issue's been framed? It's an all-or-nothing solution that has been artificially shoved in our faces. Like, that's the only solution possible. How about this? Flag football for kids under 12. You still develop skills, passing, catching, learning to protect the ball,
kissing a man,
etc. You know, smacking a guy on the ass, yeah. But the contact's limited because I understand parents' desires to protect their children, but you cannot nerf the fucking world. It just doesn't work. All right? We can't round every corner off. We can't put padding on every curb.
We can't plug every socket.
Yes, it doesn't work that way. All right? And you want your kids out there being... Isn't it one of the biggest problems we have in this country is childhood obesity? Yeah. And here we are acting like the only solution to this is to say, if you're 12 or under, you can't play football anymore. Why can't you go play fucking flag football? Not even two-hand touch, because that turns into a game of shove the motherfucker, and then it turns into fights real quick. I've played too much two-hand touch, all right? Flag football, not so much. But I'm going to tell you what.
I'd have broke a rib playing two-hand touch.
See?
Oh, my God, dude.
Hey, because the motherfucker who shoved me was like fucking... like a fucking half a foot taller than me and had 50 pounds on me, and he shoved me.
Hey, we got Chris's new nickname. What up, China Doll?
I know, right?
Chris is China.
Let me ask you a question. If you fart really hard, does the skin around your asshole bruise for weeks?
There's a rumor.
His tailbone vibrates, gives him a fucking bruise.
Oh God. Yeah, shit. Yeah, you better make sure you keep health insurance. It's gonna be a long midlife if you don't.
I know, right?
Starring Chris as Samuel L. Jackson, Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
They call me.
But no, I mean, honestly, why do we... Do you see what I'm saying? We allow ourselves to be maneuvered around to where we're told these are your two choices and that's it. And very few people stop and go, wait a minute, there's a world of choices between those two. Really? Like, we don't have to have our kids reenacting Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, but we don't have to have our kids living like John Travolta and Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
I don't know. I'd pay to see some of that Mad Max shit.
Playground
Thunderdome. Oh, my money's on that big fat kid.
The first two kids who come in wearing skinny jeans, put them in Thunderdome. My mommy says I can only eat free range, all organic. Thunderdome, bitch, go.
Yeah, exactly.
Get in there.
Here's the thing: there's always going to be parents,
and there's gluten everywhere.
That they protect their kids at all costs. They wrap them in their bubble. Whatever. There's always going to be parents like that. But then there's always parents that have their kid have a fucking obstacle course in their backyard. They've bought the fucking pads, football helmet. They're hitting brick walls trying to run through it. Those parents are always going to be there.
Yeah, that's a culture of winning. That's the Belichick household right there.
Oh, my good hell.
Well, and there's also another type of parent, because I
was thinking for Harrison,
I had a mother like this that was, oh, you're 5, you're going to play soccer. I don't want to play soccer. I don't care. Mommy wants to go out drinking and they'll babysit you for free. You're going to go play soccer. There's also that type of parent. And believe me, I'm intimately aware of those type of parents because a lot of them in my friends and in my family.
My dad it was never like that. My dad just simply said, you don't have to win, but make sure they remember you were there. The fuck?
Yeah. Once my dad sat down and watched hockey with me and he's like, so y'all play like that? And do you fight? I'm like, sometimes. He goes, if you can't win the game, do you make sure you win the fights? I'm like, most of the time. He's like, okay, all right, I can get what you play in hockey. But, no, I mean, look, we strayed far from the subject, but I mean, to me, once again, these are all related because your average person is just going to go, look, whoever was involved, whoever knew about some cover-up type shit, get rid of them, replace them, let's move on. Those aren't the people I'm talking about when we talk about this subject, all right? Those are people like me who go, yeah, not a fan of MSU. D'Antonio's been a thorn in my team's side for fucking a decade plus now, but the man doesn't need his career to be ruined unless he was covering up some shit and knew exactly what he was covering up.
And that's where I'm at. I want to hold off on judgment of D'Antonio because I made this mistake last week of saying, why? Well, they showed me why. There is so much shit that came out in a week, not just about Nasser, but about, Izzo and everything and the athletic director and this president. And I'm like, oh, that's why. I'm going to shut up. So I want to see if anything comes out on D'Antonio. I already seen one thing come out on Izzo. I'm like, you're done. They're not going to let that stand. And you're not good enough at talking bullshit to cover that up.
No, once again, as I said in the group chat, Izzo's going to be MSU's Hail Mary toss, a.k.a., / sacrificial lamb.
Better have a hell of a run the tournament this year because it's probably going to be your last one.
As an MSU coach.
I mean, I honestly think that's going to happen. I think it's going to get to the point where they're going to be like, what can we do? Okay, Izzo, here's all this evidence. Here's this. you knew about this, you didn't say anything, you didn't do anything, you got to go. Hopefully that's enough to shut everybody up.
They'll do it after March, right?
The problem I have with Izzo and D'Antonio is they're singing the same tune. The exact same tune. I've complied, and
they're singing the tune they've been told to sing, man.
Yeah,
and supporting every investigation.
Game's rigged, man. They've been given the song sheet, you know? They were told to turn to page 427 in their hymnal, you know, song number 357.
Yeah, I understand that, Chris, but when you start hearing everything coming out of MSU with the doctor and who knew and all the women and the players and the coach, okay, it's time to change the fucking tune, dude. And you got two of the biggest coaches sitting there going, they're doing what the people who make sure they get money every 2 weeks is telling them to do. Straight up. This is like me and my job, you at your job, Richard at his job. You're missing me, though. I get that.
No,
Michigan State needs to change their tune.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it's not an indictment of them two. It's more of it's an indictment of the university itself.
Telling them this is what you're going to say.
Yeah.
The fact that you have two coaches who have nothing in common besides the fact that they coach at the same college saying almost exactly the same thing tells me that they've been handed a script and said, don't stray from it. This ain't whose line is it anyway.
I do agree with you there, Iceman. Yes, it's the MSU. It's time to, stop telling your, the puppets need a new song to sing. Because this one's wearing thin.
I've cooperated with every investigation, and I will continue to cooperate. And I've heard that from D'Antonio and Izzo both. I'm sitting there going, okay, something's afoot.
That's the university's in CYA mode.
Yeah, I worked for
doing a terrible job.
I worked for a company that had a few stores, and we closed one of them. And for whatever reason, the owner, who we all worked for, who made the ultimate decision to close one of the stores, told us to lie to our customers. And that came down through the chain of command. And, of course, I talked back. So I said my piece, and I was told, well, this is what came from the owner. So if you really have that much of a problem with it, you go talk to him and you still see if you have a job when it's done and over with. And yeah, I'm not in a position like they are to where I could just fucking quit and probably go get another job. Granted, it's probably going to take them a few jobs or a few years at the job to start making the money they're making now again. But they're not going to starve is what I'm getting at. I'm looking at homelessness and starvation, and I had to make a decision. And I said to my superior, who the shit had rolled downhill through, I said, look, when the customers start calling and they're pissed because we lied to them for 3 months, 4 months, and they find out the truth, I'm going to give them your full name and your cell phone number, and you can deal with them because you don't pay me enough to sit here and take that abuse. Now, you can take that to your boss and see if you still have a job. These guys aren't obviously cut from the same cloth I am, dude.
That goes back to what I was saying with, the mentality of Michigan State. And I focus on Tom Izzo only because as of yet, there hasn't been hard evidence against D'Antonio. With Izzo, there was. He could have very well said, absolutely not. You're out. I can't have that on my squad with everything going on. There's no way. And he didn't. It comes across to me like Tom Izzo was like, well, this is just the way these things are handled. We in-house it and sweep it and we move on. That's the mentality I get the feel of from Izzo. And now with everything that's come out of Michigan State, I put that into the equation. I'm just like, fuck me. Yeah, it's terrible. Is it terrible that the woman got hit by a coach and fight and all that? Yes. Is it worse that nothing happened to the man? I think so. And then even more so, and here's the problem. He is a public figure. He is an assistant coach to Michigan State basketball. Okay, he doesn't work at some mom and pop store in the middle of Detroit. He doesn't work at a car dealership. He's a name that you're going to know. Face you're going to see on TV all over the country. So when something like that happens with him, and Izzo's like, yeah, it's fine, it's so good. Yeah. we handled it in the house and, sweep. And that's just how these things are handled at this level at the university.
It's not a great look, I'll tell you that.
And Earl, I totally get what you're saying. Unfortunately, once again, to me, this goes back to there's reality of what people are, and then there's the facade that we like to act like that they put forth, and we like to act like that's what they really are. You dig deep enough in anybody's fucking history, you're going to find shit to make you go, wow, you were kind of a piece of shit in that instance. Or you were an asshole. Everybody's cheated, everybody's stolen, everybody's lied. Everybody's done something to somebody else that they didn't deserve, and the repercussions have rippled out away from the person who committed the offense, and they've gotten away scot-free, but the effects of what they did has rippled out and continued to affect people for months, years, decades, who knows? All right? That's just the nature it's just human nature. I think a lot of the problem is we look at people in the spotlight and we go, well, they have to be of this type of character and morally upright and this and this and this. And we're living in a time when everything that we were taught growing up about what's being a good person is now in flux.
Well, hang on, though. See, I'm not going as far as to say the man has to go to prison and the man has to be shamed. And yeah, but he can't stay and make all this money at MSU.
Why not?
It's because you're not free of consequence at that level, Chris. It's kind of like that mentality that President Trump said. Well, just because of who I am, I could walk up and grab him by the pussy. It's that entitled feeling, and we talked about it on this show before, that athletes have, that, people at that level get. Well, this happened, but this is how we deal with it here at this level. Whereas if it was you or me, Rich, we would be under the fucking jail.
You got a lot of conjecture in your statements there, Iceman. You're assuming a lot of shit.
What the fuck am I assuming?
Like, you're putting a lot of words in the guy's mouth about how it was handled. I mean, of his general attitude towards the situation. I mean,
No, it was his words. He was asked, why did this person leave the team? Well, he graduated. That's just what you do when you graduate. And then she was like getting irritated because that's his fucking, mentality. He was dismissive about it, man. Look, there was a woman hurt, witnesses, and later your coach left the team. Why? I made my statement, and then he went back to the script. So I'm not putting words in his mouth. He was very dismissive about it. And yes, it is unfortunately the thing I have to be left to do because Izzo won't talk about it no more. I have to assume.
Again, he's being told not to talk. You're acting like it's a conscious decision. Dude, we're telling you, he's being especially, like, if you worked for somebody before, he's towing the company line. He's being told not to say anything.
Well, it's making him look guilty as fuck.
But there we go. There's that court of public opinion we've been talking about.
Well, here's the thing, dude. With the way that people are talking about Michigan State, there's a death penalty looming. And if he wants to coach anywhere, he needs to start speaking up.
Dude, he's in his late 60s. This is going to be his last gig. After this is retirement.
Because for me, it's the same thing with rape and everything else. If I was the coach and they came to me and said, did you know, no, I didn't do a damn thing. I flat out, I didn't know about this, and had I known, this would have been handled a completely different way. Now that's my fault because I'm the coach and I should have known these things are happening in my program. So if that falls on me, I will take the consequences as such.
Yeah, but when you're in positions like this, you have to, unfortunately, when you're in a public eye like this, you have to make calculated statements. You can't just fire off about what your true feelings are. You know this. People just can't fire off at the mouth. It's just not how it especially too, I mean, just just comes with the job. Trust me, I'm sure there's lots of things that, that Tom Izzo feels in his personal life for Mark D'Antonio, that if the university knew, they'd be like, Jesus, we hired this guy. But no, you keep it close to the vest. And, you know, especially in this situation, you say what the people up in the fucking offices who make, you know, decisions above your pay grade tell you to say until you're told otherwise to say.
I really do. I kind of wish. I kind of wish you would have someone like Izzo just snap and go, you know what? I've made my money. I've invested it well. I don't have to sit here and carry this fucking school's water anymore.
That's what I'm talking about. Do a Nick Nolte statement. That's what I was saying with Blue Chips. Just come out and go, you know what? We gave a kid some cash. We gave a kid a tractor. What is that about? We gave a kid a Lexus. But it was a fully loaded Lexus.
Earl, people tend to get used to things like eating.
Yeah.
And shelter. And utilities and clothes. I mean, look, when you decide to walk a path to where you just don't give a fuck and you speak truth to power and you care more about being righteous, and I don't mean righteous as in God, I'm talking righteous as in you come heavy and you come with the fucking thunder and the truth and you don't give a fuck who the rain falls on. That's a hard life. And a lot of people dip their toe in the water of wanting to walk that life because that truly takes guts and backbone. The problem is they get a couple toes in that water, find out it's ice cold, and there's nobody going to fucking thank them and pat them on the back for it. And they decide to go the route of least resistance.
Yeah, Rich, but that's where you were heading, right? D'Antonio or Izzo just snap and be like, look, fuck everybody here. Check this out.
No, I really wish, I wish that would happen. You know, I bet
if a death penalty comes down on the whole school in general, I bet you might see it.
I don't know if you'll see it from the likes of
got nothing to lose
Izzo.
At that point.
I don't know if you'd see it from the likes of Izzo or D'Antonio, but I'm sure somebody just like the 30 for 30 about SMU. I couldn't believe the candor and just how cavalier those former coaches, boosters, and players were talking about the money that exchanged hands. And I mean, you know, one of the stories was one school came in to recruit a kid who ended up going to SMU, and they put down a duffel bag and opened it up, and there was $50,000 of cash, and the kid looked in, didn't even touch it, just looked in, looked back up and said, "You're not even close to come to my top offer."
Damn! I never heard that.
This is embarrassing.
This is embarrassing for you.
You know, I mean, they bought Eric Dickerson a gold Trans Am, delivered it to his house. He said, I can't remember what school it was, but he goes, I guess that means I got to go to that school. And the SMU head coach got on the phone and was like, he didn't buy this car. This car was bought through somebody else. It's in this person's name. You need to come pick this car up. And then SMU, to this day, Eric Dickerson's a different type person. He's got that fucking hood mentality that, you know, nobody talks, everybody walks. You know, unfortunately, no one else around him has that mentality. Because Eric Dickerson still to this day hasn't confirmed or even hinted at, like, heavily about what he's gotten. But basically SMU came in and said, take this car back. He didn't want it. It was given to him, and then gave him more, and he went to SMU. I mean, the problem, and I know that this is going to come off as I'm being callous towards the assault and sexual assault issues that are being drug into the light. But really, to be brutally honest and not give a fuck about people's feelings, these are just a couple of many problems that college athletics has. They go back to high school athletics, to high school coaches being paid to steer kids towards certain colleges, to steer kids towards certain, back before the one and done. Hey, you know what? Just go pro. You're good enough. Fuck it. Talk to this agent. These are high school kids. They're not thinking, why would my coach have a specific agent he wants me to talk to? Because that agent put money in that coach's pocket. Probably put half of what he earned that year in his pocket to do that. And that culture breeds this type of shit. This is the symptom of the disease. This is not the disease. And that will ultimately be why this is not going anywhere. You can Me Too and Time's Up and Pussy Hat March and third wave feminism and all you want. It's not going to change anything because you're attacking the symptoms of the disease instead of the disease itself.
That's what we do here. That's what we love to do. It's the American way. It's the new American way.
Yeah, Rich, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? The disease is too hard. We can handle a symptom or two. What the fuck? We're not Superman.
Well, I'm just saying, until that's taken care of, none of this is going away. And
yeah, but we'll feel better about it.
But see, you also have to remember that this is the first time in my life half of the world's population has been given something to get behind. Women, I think the last numbers I heard are like 52% of, the world's population, not including the 12 million different Tumblr genders, but we're not going to get into that. And there's a lot of women walking around with a lot of pent up anger and hatred. Rightfully or wrongly, does not matter. It's there. That's what matters. So I don't know that this is going to go anywhere anytime soon. I mean, this country damn near tore itself apart about civil rights in the 60s. I'm not sure of the number of black people in the 60s, but I guarantee there's probably more of them in this country now than there was in the 60s. And that damn near ripped this country apart. And now you have 50% of the population looking at the other 50% like, oh, it's payback time. It's a reckoning. Tell me how that could go wrong.
Nah.
Nothing but clear skies and smooth sailing ahead, right?
Yep.
But, hey, what's it matter? I mean, the news will eventually move on. And just like they did with Penn State, every once in a great while, you'll hear something squeak its way through, outside the lines or E60 or some, small mention in an article somewhere about the fallout still going on from Penn State, people still going to prison from that whole debacle from, 6 years ago now?
7. It's 2011, wasn't it?
When it broke? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm still thinking it's 2017. My bad. I still think 10 years ago was 2000. So
yeah, I know, right?
But no, I mean, eventually this will not go away, but the outrage, the overcorrection will come down to a dull roar. But at this moment, right or wrong, MSU, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong shit coming out of your mouth. And I don't see any way for them to get out of this unscathed.
Hey, let's throw in one more cliche. And on the wrong side of history. On this one.
Well, I was gonna say, what side of history said it's okay to fuck kids? Then I remembered the ancient Greeks.
The Michael Jackson one.
You know what? When people, I heard people on the Four Letter Network talking about this shit, and they said, "Oh, this is bigger and going to be worse than Penn State." No, it's not.
No,
this was a doctor. Penn State was worse than this.
No way, man.
Oh, absolutely.
What are you talking about? There were hundreds of victims, just the numbers alone.
Yeah, but who did he fuck? He didn't.
Really?
Really?
Do we have to really? So if I came up to you and shoved a finger in your ass, be like, "What? What's the big deal?" No, it's just a finger. We're good.
Yeah, we're arguing semantics, and that's not going to get us anywhere.
No.
I don't think that this is the Michigan State issue is worse than Penn State. I don't think it's even I mean, it's in the same realm because it was kids and adults.
Enjoy that island.
No, but, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah, it's on par. I'm not even going to fucking try to say it's not even, oh, you ain't in the right ballpark. No, he's in the right ballpark and he's playing the same sport, because this shit went on from 69 to 99 at Penn State with Jerry Sandusky. And that's not even including his charity organization that continued after he was no longer at Penn State. And there was only, I'm sitting here looking it up, I'm probably on some watch list now. So I put up number of kids molested by Jerry Sandusky. But whatever.
Worst Google search ever.
Yeah, apparently, it was like the testimony and conviction for, it looks like 10 kids. But he's just like Nassar. Kids have come out of the woodwork since then. And I'm still looking at it. I'm hesitating as I'm talking because I'm trying to find, like, a number, and I'm not seeing it. I just, accusations, and then they give the time period. I mean, let's put it this way. The possibility for the numbers to be up there near Nassar's, there's a window for it. Now, whether he did that, I can't tell you. I mean, I can't. And, I mean, they both molested kids. I mean, that's just all there is to it. I mean, they're both rapists. They're both child molesters. I mean, if you go by the letter of the law, they both committed both those crimes. So
my point was, it's the four-letter network was almost dismissive of Penn State in lieu of Michigan State. Like, oh, Penn State was bad, but this is way worse. Now, the fuck it was.
That's interesting you bring that up, because there was another podcast I was listening to, and they were talking about the two incidences, and they took the opposite viewpoint. And they actually were self-aware enough to go, I almost feel bad for feeling this way, but I feel like someone anally raping a kid is worse than someone fingering a kid. But it's all horrible. Opinion.
It's all horrible, you're right. But penetrating the anus of a young boy with my penis, or with anybody's penis.
By the way, he is available for church and kids' birthday parties, folks.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Anyways, I would say worse than sticking a finger up a girl.
No, it's not. It's all unwanted. That's what the whole. It's all unwanted.
Oh, stop it!
What do you mean?
Okay, but this goes back to what we were talking about, man. When I was saying, some guy saying, "Hey, how you doing today?"
Right.
That you don't find attractive, so it's harassment, is not the same as being raped. Right? Yeah.
It's not the same as somebody grabbing your fucking pussy.
But you have to add I don't know, man. You have to add the layer of, he's a fucking doctor. And we talked about this last week. How much power do we turn over to doctors?
Right.
And I mean, the fact that your parents was with and the number is much smaller than I thought it was. I mean, we're talking single digits percentage of girls that Nassar did this shit to. The parents were in the room. But there were parents in the room when he was doing this at times. You got to imagine, to be that girl, your parents going, no, what he's doing's fine. Him going, what he's doing's fine. And then you grow up and you find out that they were both wrong. Now, do you think, okay, let's put this in the most shallow way we can so everybody can understand. Let's get down to the lowest common denominator. As a guy, you date that girl 20 years later. You're going to have a joint Facebook account. She's going to know your phone password. She's going to know your voicemail password, your email password. She's going to have keystroke loggers on your fucking computer. She ain't going to trust you worth a shit. That child is going to grow up with no trust for any fucking buddy, because the first two people who you should be able to trust with your life is your parents, then a doctor. The most basic fucking people you should be able to trust with your life have lied and manipulated and violated you, or worse, turned a blind eye towards it. That, to me, is where this is different than Penn State.
This is multi-layered. I mean, this is, they're both bad. It's just, to say one is worse than the other, I don't think is, I mean, they're both equally, I mean, but just, I just think with Michigan State, you're going to get into, again, like it's a culture that's spilled over into the other programs of whatever just went. Like that's what's going to get everybody else involved. I mean,
my lowest that I can go, guys, it's just saying that they're equally bad. It's just all bad.
Well, Earl, it's the same as if I say, I'm going to shoot you in your gut and you're going to bleed out. I'm going to blow both your kneecaps off and you're going to bleed out. I mean, right. If I gave you that choice, you'd go, you have a gun and you're going to kill me? Can't you just shoot me in the head? Why do I have to sit here and suffer?
Can't you just shoot me in the face? Yeah.
How about my pinky toe?
My whole thing is I can't, the four-letter network just kept saying over and over, this is worse than Pitt State, this is going to be bigger than Pitt State. I'm like,
of course, dude, because they have to play that role. They have to. This is what it boils down to. I'll say it. I ain't got to plant bushes to beat around. It's because it happened to females. Period. All right? Mm-hmm. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line. We live in a society where women have to listen to music and movies and daytime talk shows and romantic comedies to tell them they're strong and they're independent and they don't need no man. But look, dude, ESPN, of course, has to take that stance. Of course they do. Because if they don't, they come off as the best. Okay, let me rephrase that. The best they could have done is not said a fucking thing comparing the two.
Well, yeah.
If they're going to put them up for comparison, the second best decision would have been they're equally horrible.
That's as low as I can go.
To the kids that it happened to. But of
course,
as
low as I can go.
But of course, that's not what you have to say in polite society. In polite society, you're supposed to talk out of one side of your mouth, but really mean something else. You're supposed to treat people this way, except for these people. Everybody's equal except for these people who are more equal and more special than these people. And these people don't need no man, but they need our protection. Dude, it's convoluted bullshit. And ESPN has been wallowing in that now for the last, 4 or 5 years? And it's covered to death on this show. This is the outcome of it. Jemele Hill is leaving ESPN to go work for The Root.
Oh, really?
Yes, she is.
When did this come down?
What, in the last week?
Nah.
You notice it wasn't as big of a story as when she was talking shit about Trump. You know why?
Bye, Felicia. Oh, wait, it's probably racist. I said that. Whatever. I don't care.
But the whole reason it's not that big of a deal is because ESPN isn't sad to see her go. Because she got a feel in herself a little too much and bit the hand that feeds them. You don't go after the NFL. You talk shit about Trump, we'll slap you on the wrist and say, don't do that again. But you don't go after the NFL.
Talked about Daddy Roger.
She found out the hard way, just like Curt Schilling. They're not as good at straddling the line as other people on that network are. And this is the end result. And I wouldn't be shocked if when she did her screed against the NHL, or NFL, excuse me, if ESPN didn't pull her aside and say, here's the deal, we're going to let you work the next couple months, and you're going to quietly resign and go work someplace else.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So start looking for a new job.
That totally sounds plausible.
Update your resume.
Now. Pretty much. Well, let's get off this fucking subject because I got a very bad feeling that this is going to be a subject that's going to be talked about, because it's just going to be there. It's only going to get worse before it gets any better.
Talk about it for like an hour. Do I have to install a shower in the studio every week after we finish this segment for the last 3 weeks? Feel like, ugh.
But leaving one group of people who are looking for a new job to at least one other person who's looking for a new job, which is apparently a DJ out in Boston.
Oh, later, dude.
Yeah. Let's see here. WEEI host Alex Reamer made derogatory comment about Tom Brady's 5-year-old daughter, Vivian, during a morning show last Thursday.
Hey, he called her a pissant.
An annoying little pissant is what he said. He's been suspended indefinitely. Brady, who has a weekly guest spot on WEEI, cut short his segment with the radio host Kirk and Callahan Monday, days ahead of the Super Bowl, because of the comment. Called Reamer's remarks very disappointing, said he was reassessing his relationship with the station moving forward.
Yeah, weren't we just talking about biting the hand and feed you?
This is part of you want to walk that righteous road, you're gonna walk it alone, and there ain't a whole lot of money on that road you're gonna find.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a station that we have here in town. Didn't they lose something over? Didn't they lose the Lions because they talked too much shit about them?
Yeah, Lions are not. If you want to listen to the Lions here in Detroit, you have to go to an AM radio station.
AM might as well not be on at all. But
exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, because the FM sports talk station lost them because they criticized the Lions too much. And when the Lions organization went to the station did something that, even though the guy that was named as the main person to criticizing him, I think is a jackass a lot of times, who refuses to see that there's more than just his thoughts on the subject. I got to give some respect to him, because he stuck by his guns, and he told his bosses, well, if you want me to do a different show, you're going to need a different host. And his bosses looked at the Lions and said, we're not changing anything, so enjoy your AM listeners.
Yeah. This
didn't happen in this case. Now, the whole thing is over. Tom Brady, I guess, is doing a web series.
Yes. He has a show just like LeVar Ball. It's a Facebook TV show.
Okay. And the first 5 minutes of the first episode was his daughter screaming over top of him every time he was trying to talk to somebody or something. And in my world, growing up, you shut the fuck up when adults were talking until they said, okay, what do you want?
Tom Brady might just answer everything. Shut up, I won 5 Super Bowls.
Well, this is something that I'm down with as far as this host. Kid is an annoying little pissant. Sorry. And those are some fucking parents who need to be strapped down and beat until they get some fucking sense in their head. Stop raising these fucking little demon children to release upon us when you're done with them. Because the rest of us in the world have to deal with them for longer than you do. And I'm fucking tired of dealing with people's mistakes that should have been aborted. These fucking parents who, everybody, all the adults shut up. The child has walked in the room. Fuck that. Teach that kid, first of all, you don't walk in and interrupt a bunch of adults. And second of all, you wait till you're addressed. They come in, Dad, hold on a sec, I'm talking. They can wait a couple fucking seconds until they're done talking and then go, okay, now, what do you need? That's not child abuse. That's called teaching your kid to be a decent human being. A lost art in today's society with a lot of parents.
Now, see, Rich, I totally agree with that, 100%. I don't dispute any of what you said. That being said, you don't talk about another man's kid like that.
I was going to say, I do not have children, but I am aware of, isn't there like an unspoken rule in society of you cannot talk shit about other people's kids? You talk shit about your own kids all fucking day, but you're technically...
You put the product of your cock snot on my fucking TV, you put them in the public eye. That's on you. They are now part of the public eye. Period. Now, it ain't my fault that the kid's a little shit. It's him and his supermodel's wife. So why aren't people going, why would you put your fucking children on TV, stupid?
All right, but here's the thing. You're right, and that comes with a cost, okay? But if you think his daughter is an annoying little pissant or whatever, fine. If you say that, just like everything else we've talked about on this show, it doesn't come without consequence.
Absolutely.
And it's a little, I guess, it's short-sighted of the DJ, quite honestly. I mean, obviously, the Patriots are keeping the lights on at that particular station.
Exactly. And I've mentioned this time and again. Imus. Those are some nappy-headed hoes. Okay. So they're nappy-headed hoes. You don't fucking say that on a live broadcast. You don't say that.
Yeah, it'd be just if perhaps the Patriots logo is, 3 or 4 feet from your head at your job every day. Maybe this is a comment you make off the mic. I mean, I'm just talking about being an employable professional.
Look,
I'm saying he's lucky. He's lucky that Tom Brady was just like, I'm going to rethink my time on this network, and because if it was me and my kid, and you're talking shit about my kid like that, I'd be at the station. But it ain't for a show.
That's fine. I got a baseball bat. I can take your knees out real quick. Bring your big ass on over. If you put your kids on TV, if you put your kids on TV,
you want to bring polls?
If you were dumb enough, first of all, if you were dumb enough to procreate, Earl, I'd slap the shit out of you in the first place. Second of all, if you were dumb enough to procreate and stick them on fuck national TV, the internet, and then get mad when people fucking said, "Look at this brat on the internet."
Okay,
one in the house. That's your fault.
Rich, this isn't you on Sporgy calling his daughter a brat. This is a station that has relations with Tom Brady.
A relationship.
Yeah.
A relationship.
And that DJ found out just how deep those relations go.
I know, right?
All right, then.
No, I'm not. Look, at no point am I disagreeing with what you're saying, except for one thing. He said what he said. He should have expected what he got.
Yeah.
If I went on air and I said that, and I was beholden to sponsors and the fucking football team of the quarterback whose kid I just called an annoying little pissant, even though she's an annoying little pissant, I would probably finish my air shift, go to my office, pack my shit,
put my shit in a box.
Update my resume.
Just leave a note that says, I know what I did. Don't even have to send anyone here to fucking say anything.
Yeah, I'll show myself out.
Yeah, because, dude, once again, you want to walk that fucking righteous path? You want to call the truth? You want to fucking go 2 + 2 = 4 in the face of a bunch of morons going, no, there's 100 of us says it equals 5, so you're wrong. And you want to go, you're fucking idiots, all of you. It's a lonely fucking road. It's a hard road to walk.
The road with no internet or cable TV.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Jamel Hill and
climate control.
DJ. Come on, man.
No, he absolutely... Look, first of all, if I'm getting the gist of the story right, the DJ who said this is a morning radio show personality. The DJs who Tom Brady talks to aren't on this morning show.
They're not.
So, now, on top of that, Tom Brady has come out and said, I don't think the man should lose his job over it. And then Howard Stern come out and said, yeah, you know what? I'd be pissed if someone talked about my daughter like that, but I'm not dumb enough to put my daughter in the spotlight like that at 5 years old. Now, if she's 18 and she wants to go out there and make an ass of herself, there's nothing no one can do to stop her.
But, dude, just like you with your cat on this show, I mean, she's a kid, dude. You can't stop it.
It's not like he stop it.
It's not like he brought her in, sat her down on his lap, and was like, "Hey, everybody, this is my daughter."
I don't know, dude. Our parents did a damn good job of it. So maybe
I agree.
Maybe what needs to happen is the younger generations need to stop thinking they know everything, and we need to actually, I don't know, tend to look at the older people who have lived more life, seen more, have more wisdom, dare I say even more knowledge.
Learning from experience, get the fuck out of here.
And ask them how they did it, because it just keeps getting worse with every generation. It tells every parent, every kid who grows up becomes a parent, tells their parents, shut up, that ain't your kid. And every generation, it's some new nonsense to the point where motherfuckers are eating Tide Pods.
What the fuck?
All right? Shit that we knew at 3 years old not to stick detergent in our mouth. Motherfucking 17-year-olds are smoking this shit out of bongs.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Okay? This is the end result of telling your parents, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about.
we got that shit for a punishment. Wash your mouth out with a bar of soap and shit. What are you doing?
I mean, that is... See... Once again, the kid's 5. By 5 years old, that child should know. Adults are talking. You shut up and wait your turn.
Yeah,
Period.
but she doesn't, I'm sure, but at 5 years old, she doesn't understand the fucking concept of a podcast or a web show. She comes in, she sees her daddy. Hey, daddy. Like I said, he didn't sit her down and go, internet, kid, internet. She came in and was just talking to her daddy.
I was 2.5 years old. My dad stuck me in front of him on the tank of his motorcycle and said, don't move, you'll fall off. I didn't move. I didn't fall off. You want to know why? Because I was raised to listen to my parents. Now, if he'd have been the type of parent that just, oh, well, I don't want to tell my child what they can and can't do because I don't want to destroy their artistic temperament, and I don't want them to hate me when they go into therapy when they get older, and blah, 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 and my skinny jeans are cutting all the circulation to my balls off, and all that bullshit. If my dad was like that, I'd have been dead at 2.5 years old because I'd have probably fucking hopped off the goddamn bike. The point is, at 5, I knew you don't have to like adults, but you will motherfucking respect them, period. I used to fucking tell my dad when I get mad, I hate you. You know what? You can hate me all you want, but you will do what I tell you. And you know what? I did. Not a problem. And guess what I didn't do growing up? Oh, I didn't steal my mom's Trans Am and wrap it around a tree and try to say it got stolen. I didn't run away from home when my girlfriend broke up with me.
Camaro.
I didn't, whatever it was. I didn't pass around the same bitch like a party joint and then get all brokenhearted over her when she turned out just to be a common ass hoe. All right? No, I learned, hey, you don't do this shit at a young age. And it carried over. Did I do dumb shit? You're goddamn right. And you know what happened when I did dumb shit? I got corrected quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if that correction didn't take, then it moved to the next level, which was, I'm done talking, it's the belt's turn. And if that didn't take, or I was too old for the belt, that's when it turned into, I'm just going to jerk a knot in your ass. And that's when I was like, oh, so these things I was taught for a reason. It wasn't because my parents didn't want me to have fun. It wasn't because my parents didn't love me. It's my parents were trying to teach me to be a fucking decent human being. And I get it, dude. You know what you do? Once again, bad parenting. If you know you're doing something that requires that child not to be running fucking wild like a drunken monkey on acid swinging from the ceiling, then you put the child in a situation where they're not near that. My dad drove a fucking big rig. Do you think he let me just hop up there, get in his lap, and start spinning the wheel?
Let's go!
Through the gears? Fuck no. And I never did it. Why? Because he told me, boy, sit in that seat. Don't get out of that seat till I tell you to get out of that seat, and don't touch anything. And I listened to him. And as much as my dad would give me the look like he was going to rip me apart if I didn't do anything, I can count on one hand how many times he put his hands on me. So you don't have to beat your kid. You just got to mean the shit you say. And I'm sorry. I'm doing something. The fucking kid's going nuts. I'm sorry. I didn't give birth to this fucking thing. Is there another parent in the house? They got money. Is there a babysitter or a nanny somewhere? You're telling me that house ain't full of toys for that kid to be doing something else? And because someone dares to go, what the fuck is it? This millionaire who's married to a millionaire can't record something for 5 minutes without his kid running in and screaming at the top of their lungs? What an annoying little pissant. It's not polite, but it ain't wrong. That's the problem.
I find it wrong, Rich.
Is it factually incorrect that a 5-year-old who does not know when to shut up is an annoying little pissant?
I wouldn't call a 5-year-old an annoying little pissant.
You ain't ever had a 5-year-old.
Annoying little fucker, maybe.
Aren't you the youngest?
Yes.
So you were the annoying little pissant. That's the problem.
It all makes sense.
You're flashing back to, you were the shit that was like, but I want to hang out and do adult shit. Why do I got to go to bed? Why can't I stay up and watch Porky's all night?
I had good parents, too, kind of. When it came to discipline, they knew all about it, let me tell you.
Look, I'm not saying here's the deal. You're on a morning talk show on the radio. Your job has pretty much been laid out for you. Unless you're trying to break new ground and do a different type of show, your job is to say outlandish shit that's funny, that's going to make people laugh, or make people go, ooh, and then laugh, or to piss people off. Because one of those three things is going to keep them listening.
Don't forget to give out the time.
Yes. And traffic updates on the twos.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's your job. All right. Did the guy misread the room, misread the situation? Fuck yes, he did. All right, but he paid the price. He ain't at work. And yeah, you know, if I was his boss, it'd have sucked because I'd have had to call him in and been like, I wanted to smack the shit out the kid and the kid's parents through the fucking video screen when I was watching it.
But you can't.
But I gotta let you go. You can't say it, bro.
I bet he'll land in. Let's see, he could work in Buffalo, New York, or Miami.
Philly, definitely Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one Philly fan. I'm gonna fuck your wife, Tom Brady. I was like, God damn.
Hey, they punched a horse, so.
Homeboy had eye black, had an authentic on-the-field jersey with pads on underneath. I thought it was a player for a second. I was like, no, this is homeboy in the stands. He showed up like he's in the Marky Mark movie, gonna run on the field and like take, you know, I got it, coach. Like, what are you doing? Get this black ass version of Rudy off my field. What the fuck is going on here? But no, I mean, like, look, man, this is why I say what I said. Okay, I had a friend who, him and his wife had a kid, and for the most part, he comes from solidly to upper middle class, and that's his friends and family, and they're very much worried with what other people think constantly, to the point where everyone's fake at almost all times. And when he gets with me, I'm one of the few people he could say whatever fucking crosses his mind, and I know that he doesn't really mean it. And I was like, so how's it going with the kid? And his daughter was getting to be about 3 years old, and he goes, is it wrong to want to like take your daughter to the Renaissance building and throw her off the top? And I'm like, no, it's not wrong to feel that way. It's wrong to do it. He's like, well, I figured that out. I'm like, every parent feels that way, dude. Every parent. At one point, I don't give a fuck. Gandhi and Mother Teresa could fuck, and they would go, can we kill this child at some point? It's part of being a parent. That's just how it works.
I've watched my sister straight up tell her boys to shut up. Like, you know, like the fucking the long ass drawn out shut, like Arnold, Kindergarten Cop. Seen my sister do that to her boys. Like, for the love of God, stop making noise.
Yeah. It's part of being a parent. It's part of being human. All right. It's going to happen. Homeboy just didn't think it through, or he was so caught up in the moment. He said whatever. And look, if this was a terrestrial radio show, first of all, I don't even know if I'd have taken the fucking job. Second of all, I damn sure I couldn't post it with YouTube, maybe with Chris, because Chris could put on, you could probably fall back in terrestrial radio mode real easy. I couldn't do this show with Earl though. Not over broadcast air, because we'd get talking and I'd forget who that other people are listening, and next thing you know, I'm talking about, I'd fuck the shit out of that motherfucker and his shit pussy, and that'd be the end of me right there. So, but once again, you want to walk that road, you have to fucking understand this is what's expected of you. And you step out of line, you get put back in place.
Could you imagine interviewing for his replacement? All right, so any rules or anything? Yeah, don't talk about Tom Brady's kid. Other than that, go.
And now on WEEI, our new morning guy, Rich. Say hi to everyone, Rich. Well, I can't talk about Tom Brady's kid. Can I talk about his tranny-looking wife? Okay, and...
Well, that's the audition.
Send your resumes for our new morning person's position that just opened up to WEEI.
Oh, man, 4 years of podcasting, I don't know if I guess I could, but just... I'm too used to being able to swear whenever I want to.
Well, that's part of that comes with corporate media of any sort, is you have to answer to your corporate masters. And I'm not even angry about it. Like,
we'll have some one day, God willing.
I don't say corporate masters in the way of Like, Lord Massa, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. I don't say it in that way. I say it just as in they hold the key for you to be on their airwaves, even though they technically belong to the public, and they hold your paycheck. So you have to fucking walk the line. We all do it. There's no paycheck from this podcast. And one of my biggest fears is if there ever starts to be a paycheck from this podcast, that there comes down from on high a list of what we can and can't say, because at that point, I got to fucking sit down and have a heart-to-heart with myself and both my co-hosts and go, I don't know if I can do it.
We're going to have an NWA moment. Yo, Dre, I got something to say.
I'm just being dead serious. I'm not saying it to be funny. I know me. I go to work. Luckily, where I work is a small enough place where I don't have to worry about the corporate world. I've worked in the corporate world. I'm able to function in that world. I'm a completely different person in that world. I don't change who I am. I just don't talk hardly at all. Unless you're addressing me about something at work, I really don't have anything to say to you. This is all there is to it. It's the easiest way to keep yourself out of trouble. Keep your fucking mouth shut. That's it. You know, I don't know any other way to put it. And then maybe because that's the antithesis of my personality is to be that way. I have more sympathy for this DJ than the average person does. But I do agree with you. He said it. If his boss says, you can't say that, you're fired. Well, that's the consequence he pays. I'm not saying his freedom of speech is being revoked. He can go start a podcast and say whatever the fuck he wants to say within the limits of the law. His freedom of speech is perfectly fine. I mean, he learned the hard way. Not everyone has the same sense of humor. And usually, the higher up the corporate ladder you go, the less sense of humor they have. So,
but they'll tell you they have the most. They know funny.
Yeah. Okay. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to give birth through my dick too. Yeah. No, I don't.
I fully agree with you on the discipline and the raising of children, Rich. I don't agree with anybody, especially a morning talk show host, calling a 5-year-old kid an annoying pissant. I just don't.
Let me ask you a question. We've had friends throughout the 20 plus years we've known each other who just don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Who just will tell you straight up, if you ask them a question, they're going to tell you how they see it. And they don't care if it hurts your feelings. If one of your friends came to you and was like, why you and your kid was just running around wild, just running wild over your ass, and came to you and was like, what the fuck are you letting, what's going on with your kid? Why's your kid running around like a jackass? Are you going to get pissed off, or are you going to be like, I don't know what to do, man. You can't spank him. You can't do anything these days.
I would get pissed off.
You get pissed off.
I would get pissed off. Don't talk about my kid. Ain't none of your fucking business. He annoys you that bad? Go home. My fucking kid.
All right.
Family first, Rich. That's all I'm saying. I don't know, man. There's untouchables to me. And when it comes to a man's child, you know, if you got it like that, and I know the people you're talking about, and like I said, you got it like that, there's a way to put it that isn't so offensive, you know, and if you went to said person and was like, what's up with your little fucking pissant, man? What's up with that little bitch over there? Can't hurt a fly. What's going on? I'm sure he would have the same response and the same reaction. What'd you say about my kid? Whether it's true or false, whether the kid's an annoying little pissant or just, you know, was having fun in the moment, you just don't say that about somebody's kid. You don't do it.
And this is why I don't hang out with my friends who have kids very much. Just what you said. This is why
I don't have kids, because I would beat somebody's ass if they talked about my kid like that.
Just what you said. True. If the kid is that annoying, then go home. And then my friends go, why don't you ever come over?
Because you have kids.
And I go, you already answered your own question. But once again, and this is where I agree with what Howard Stern said defending this DJ. He didn't go over to Tom Brady's house. He wasn't there for dinner and witnessed this. This is something that Tom Brady allowed to be put out there and was basically, by putting it out there, asking for feedback. We don't put this podcast out and go, well, no one better comment on anything we say.
No, we welcome that shit.
Yeah.
If I open up Google one day and Google Sporgy Podcast, and there's just nothing but just fuck these motherfuckers, bunch of faggot ass bitches, blah blah blah. They should kill themselves. Their mothers should be fucking killed for bringing them into the world. Whatever the internet can throw at me, who am I to get upset? I put it out there.
You're right, Rich, but that's us, bro. If you opened up, the internet and Googled Sporgy, and they were talking about your daughter like that, you'd be like, look here. You look like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back with a list of the motherfucking names, and we'd be at their houses with a bunch of pipes and shit, man.
Be like, hey, bitch.
But, dude, you gotta understand, I'm not putting my daughter on the fucking show. And if I did,
put his daughter on the show.
He did. You're telling me Tom Brady can't go edit that? Don't air that? If it's like the LeVar Ball show or the Having a Ball or whatever his show is, trust me, there ain't no such thing as a reality show. No one just turns on a camera, puts it in a corner, and everybody act natural. These things are These things are scripted.
It's called the Osborne.
Ship has sailed.
These things are scripted. They're given activities to do, and they're filmed. They're told even shit like the real world. Producers will pull one person aside and go, "We just did an interview with Jane, and Jane says she thinks you're a cunt. What do you think about that?" And then
Jane.
Roll cameras, and Amy's sitting there going, "Well, fuck that bitch. I'm gonna kick that bitch's ass." Yeah. And then they go to Jane. They go, "We just did an interview with Amy, and Amy said that you're a cum guzzling gutter slut. What do you think about that?" Roll camera. So you're telling me Tom Brady, someone who can literally, just by virtue of being who he is, and someone going, "Your kid's an annoying little pissant," get someone fired without even raising a finger himself, just by virtue of who he is. Because if this was Honey Boo Boo, who every fucking morning show said, fuck that fat whore of a mother and that fat fucking cunt of a child, and no one batted an eye, he would still have a job. But because it's Tom Brady, he got fucking shown the door. You're telling me he doesn't have the power to go, "I don't want that to make it out to the public"? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You think strippers really like you too, don't you? Like, how do you live? How do you live? It's fantasy land. You're not that guy, dude.
No. It's what I'm saying when I say he didn't put her on it is he didn't sit her down and go, "World, baby, world," and she just was like, "Daddy." No, she just came in. I understand it was scripted. Okay, beautiful thing, but that gives nobody.
Let me put it to you this way: Kevin Smith. You know who Kevin Smith is? Silent Bob?
Silent Bob, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's made a couple movies with his daughter in them. And his daughter was under 18 at one point. And the internet did what the internet does. Why the fuck is this ugly bitch in his movie ruining his legacy, blah, blah, blah. And, Kevin Smith realized she made a decision. She put herself out there. He helped put her out there. And he told her, this comes with the territory, period.
Now I'm going to take you to YouTube, and you're going to have the first person tell you to kill yourself.
And my beef, ultimately, really isn't with his kid. I don't give a shit about Tom Brady's kid. I mean, I don't, wish death upon her. I just don't care about her one way or the other. That kid's going to have a life that none of us will ever even fucking sniff. All right? When mommy and daddy goes, that kid's going to be drying her fucking eyes with $1,000 bills. All right? So, I mean, when our parents died, there wasn't shit. They handed us the bill. They handed us the bill and said, there you go. Have fun with that, right? So, I don't care about his daughter. It's more about Tom fucking Brady. How delusional are you to put your child out there and think that no one is going to say anything negative about it? Even if people said it as positive or politely as possible, somewhere on the internet, right fucking now as I'm saying this, some fucking bagel in fucking buttfuck Kansas is sitting there putting on some message board, "I can't believe he exploited his daughter like that. I would never do my children that way. Blah, 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 blah. Children are sacred and special and gifts from God," and all this bullshit. It's happening right now as I'm talking. So dude, that's where the beef with this line. Tom Brady, guess what? Get smarter. Obviously, you ain't the brains in that operation. Giselle is.
She's making all the money.
So put her ass behind the camera and let her direct. Just be pretty like Tom Cruise, okay?
If that be the Giselle show, way more people will watch.
Even though she's got kind of a, I mean, you could cut glass on her jawline. I'd watch her bathe naked. Rest of the body's all right. But no, look, this is, if anyone's still listening after the fucking horrendous shit we started with, and then this absolute nonsense has nothing to do with sports, this is what happens before the week before Super Bowl. There's nothing else to talk about. Really.
No, hey, we talk about it because it was made official. The XFL is coming back, and apparently no one is going to play for it.
Yeah, because you can't have a criminal record.
Yeah. And Adam Carolla said, so there's going to be, 16 kickers and a couple guards? Like, is that...
Well, no kickers, because kickers have a fucking record in the NFL now.
Yeah, homeboy to beat his wife up
Yeah, the Giants kicker.
Oh, yeah, that's
50 times. I wonder if every time you hit her, he's like, just because I'm a kicker.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, why? You're a kicker, dude. Why are you beating your wife? Be glad that a woman was generous enough to lay with your ass, okay?
Just because you tricked her and was like, I play for the New York Giants, baby. And then she found out you were a kicker after you married her.
Hey, bet it still works. I bet it still works. I bet even if you're a fucking bench warmer on an NFL team.
Oh, God, yeah.
I bet you could still schedule it every night of the week if you want.
Oh, yeah, still. I mean, especially if you play for the Giants or the Patriots and have the ring on your finger.
Bro, there's girls right now having trains ran on them
by the practice squad
of a junior varsity high school team, okay? Because they play football. Yes, it goes a long way.
In high school, just so you know, that never happened.
Just, are you trying to convince us or yourself?
Easy statute of limitations.
I tell myself that every day.
But no, man. I mean, dude. Okay, first of all, XFL, really? Okay. Apparently, I didn't know this until earlier today, but blank FL, blank football league. Apparently, everything you could think of has been copywritten.
Do they have CMFL? Can we get that one?
You lost me.
The Christopher Media Football League?
Oh, I don't know. Canadian Men's Football League, maybe? Canadian Mounties Football League?
Punch the horse.
What are you kidding? That's the best running back they got in the Canadian Mountain Football League. But yeah, so he said, fuck it, I already own XFL, so I'll stick with XFL. All right, fine. But to say that you can't even have a DUI?
Yeah, who's playing for Vince?
Oh, I'm telling you right now, that shit's going to change. Have you looked at the WWE? Their past, present, fucking rosters? Am
I missing something here? Because the now this is still when it was the WWF, kind of prided itself on its outlaw image.
Yeah, look at Stone Cold.
Exactly. DX.
Not anymore.
Is it truly? Is it gotten that?
Oh, they just fired a guy who had some rape allegations.
Yeah.
Enzo Amore. See ya.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even 10 years ago. Patrice O'Neal. No, it was 12 years ago. Excuse me. Patrice O'Neal was a writer for him. Patrice O'Neal. If you know his comedy, it ain't politically correct.
He wrote for the WWE.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. It makes me like
Patrice
O'Neal even more.
The WWE is real now. It's got Ronda Rousey. Rowdy Ronda.
That, all right. Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and get in an argument about fucking wrestlers. Good for her. I hope somebody's family's getting paid off of that, the use of that. I saw the picture and I was confused, and then I looked into it for 10 seconds and felt a stroke coming on, and then I just closed the tab. So I was like, "Stop raping my childhood, world."
She's following the money, man. She's following the money.
When you get your ass kicked to get proven to be just mediocre at your current position, what do?
She's following the money, man. She's gonna make more money than the UFC would ever pay her.
She's not the first, nor I guarantee you the last to go from MMA to.
No, fucking Brock Lesnar did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ken Shamrock did it. World's most dangerous man.
Yeah, absolutely. Ankle lock, say something.
So I mean, that's it, dude. It's. I mean that's not shocking, but yeah. When is he supposed? Okay, supposedly, when is this league supposed to launch? In the spring of 2020?
2020.
Yeah.
After Donald Trump wins his second term.
Well, if it's in the spring, it's why he's still campaigning for his second term.
Yeah.
But, okay. First of all, let's get this question out of the way. You think it's even going to happen?
I do.
Yeah, it's Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac's not known to talk shit and not follow through, at least as far as when it comes to making money.
Well, the problem that I'm hearing is that the funding is coming solely from Vince McMahon and his family. If that's the case, what's there going to be, 4 teams in the league? 6? Is this going to look like 8, the original 6?
8 teams, actually, and 4 are going to make the playoffs.
And the winners get paid more than the losers.
So there's going to be 8 teams, and half the league's going to make the playoffs. It's like fantasy football.
Well, and also heard the contracts are going to be incentive based.
Oh, does this mean we get more fantasy football? Will there be fantasy XFL? God.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sweet Dick Willie as my first, and I'm
gonna draft He Hate Me #1.
He Hate Me Junior.
Oh yeah, that's racist. It's only been 20 years.
He Hate Me,
but probable
Smith Jackson Jr.
Catch Me If You Can. That's my first round pick.
Wasn't Me is my second round pick. How about that as my third round pick?
Shaggy.
And Snoop Dogg as my flex pick.
Oh, but I mean, this being launched reminds me. Today at work, I swear, I've heard these people exist, and I feel like I went to the zoo and I'm telling you guys about something I saw. I swear to God, I heard a guy. I work with him. He's about maybe, I put him about maybe 15, 20 years older than me. He's probably late 40s, early 50s. And, the squares are going around the office, because there's a football game on Sunday in Minneapolis. And he said, nope, not watching it this year. Wife and I are boycotting the NFL. I'm like, what? He's like, yep, we haven't watched since October. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And this guy, he's a nice dude. He's quiet. I couldn't tell you this guy's politics because he never fucking talks about it. But I was like, wow, really? Actually, really? That's just insane to me.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people claim that they're going to do it, but it's usually in comment section, or they say, I'm boycotting the NFL, but it's in comment sections every Sunday after their team gets done playing.
Yeah.
They come in, they bitch about how their team did, and then say, by the way, I'm boycotting the NFL. And I'm like, yeah, see you here next week, dick.
Yeah, it's like the people who say they're Lions free after week 1. No, you're not. It's week 1.
Yeah, AKA Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I had zero interest in I never watched an XFL game. When I watched that 30 for 30, there was no memories. It was just it was happening. It's like watching something that happened before I was born, like watching the History Channel or something. I was just like, oh, that happened? Oh yeah, that's crazy. That happened? I didn't know that. Yeah, all right. No idea. No interest, still no interest in it. I just can't imagine the product they're going to put on the field. I mean, look, if you want to have a hiring practice or policy of, I don't want a bunch of criminals in the league, fine. To come out and make a big deal about it, though, that just seems to me like you're setting yourself up to have to eat your own words.
Oh, I told you it's going to happen.
Which is going to ultimately give all the sports snobs all the ammunition they're going to need to go, this is a fucking joke. See, he said no criminals. Half the league just got out of the pen.
My first round pick, Ray Rice.
Hey, well, no, by then it's going to be like 10 years since he's played football.
Their first version of the big game is going to be honorary captain for team whatever, Aaron Hernandez. Honorary captain for the other team, O.J. Simpson. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you guys like excited? Are you guys amused? Are you guys like, oh, come on? Like,
it's not football. I'll watch it.
I'm kind of excited. It's something that I was talking about last week. The product the NFL's putting out, I'm just like, nah. I'm getting bored. The only reason I'm watching on Sunday is for the fucking commercials.
With what? What are you bored with? Person who's watched every week?
The predictability.
So again, where you either think it's fake or you hate winning.
Okay, I don't hate winning. I ain't getting through this again. I don't hate winning. I don't know if it's fake. It's the exact same fucking thing every week. Anybody who watches this has seen the exact same thing every week.
If you say so.
It's just like fucking WWE.
So you think it's fake?
Every fucking week.
So you think it's fake? You think the outcome is predetermined?
I don't know if it is or not, man. But it's gotten to the point where I don't give a shit if it is. But I don't have to watch the game because I know how this shit plays out. That's what I'm telling you. I'm actually excited for the XFL.
And you're still
At least it's going to be entertaining. Even if it is scripted. Their writers are way better.
I'll give it a shot just like I gave it a shot 20 years ago. Although 20 years ago, halfway through the first quarter, me and my friends looked at each other and went like, this is shitty football, right? Like after the novelty wore off, we're like, this is not good football.
Well, I mean,
that ultimately was the league's undoing.
That's what I'm saying. Where is he going to pull? Is he going to? Is the league going to go after kids out of high school who are, like, hey, look, you don't want to go to college or you're not good enough to play for the college you want? Instead of going to some fucking shit college, and being a JUCO, some JUCO college and trying to transfer, why don't you come to us and make some money? And if you prove yourself, hey, you might end up in the NFL. Because, I mean, wasn't there like 2 players that ended up in the NFL from the XFL?
Hold on.
I mean, I'm trying to remember the 30 for 30. I know, yeah, crickets. I swear there was like 1 or 2 players who actually went to the NFL.
And with the names that they had on the back of the jersey, there's no way of telling.
Well, not only could they have went to the NFL, they could have went to the fucking CFL. Or NFL Europe was around at that point still. Who knows? I just don't understand. If you want to bring spring football back and you want a league that's going to have some respectability and it's been long enough to where you can play on the public's nostalgia, USFL, bring them back. I mean, it seems like a slam dunk. This seems like this comes off as just as a way to a very expensive way to advertise for WWE. That's what it comes off as.
Hey, he does have a network now. He gave himself his own deal. So, hey, let's see. Tommy Maddox played in the XFL, went on to play for the Steelers. He Hate Me, Rod Smart, made it to the NFL. Kevin Cavisham, Jose Cortez, Corey Ivy, Mike Fury. Oh yeah, that's right. He was a Lion, wasn't he?
Name sounds awfully familiar.
Rod Smart and a bunch of guys went to the CFL. And even some guys went to the fucking Arena Football League. So how about that?
That seems like a lateral move. To go from the XFL to NFL, that's moving on up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know Arena Football has its fans, but let's be honest, that's Arena Football, college football, Canadian Football League, XFL. I guess it's actually, now that I think about it, I guess it's a little bit of a move up, but it's not that. To me, it just doesn't seem like you're going to be changing tax brackets just because you now play in the Arena Football League.
No, listen to these names. Remember the Los Angeles Extreme with an X.
The LA Kiss.
There's no E. That's an Arena Football team.
Yeah.
The Birmingham. I'm reading the old XFL teams. The Birmingham Thunderbolts. The Memphis Maniacs. Orlando Rage. Fucking Rage. The Las Vegas Outlaws. The San Francisco Demons. The New York and New Jersey Hitmen. And the Chicago Enforcers. Why the hell? Memphis and Birmingham. Those are the two that are not like the others.
And here's the other thing. What cities are going to get franchises?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what dude, seriously, you took the words literally right out of my mouth as I was about to say them. You ain't taking that bullshit up to fucking anywhere around Foxborough. That ain't happening. You're not taking that shit anywhere near Green Bay. Maybe Detroit would be willing to be laughed at just to have a franchise that might win. Because if you remember, Michigan Panthers
champions.
They won the first championship game in the USFL.
Detroit Drive.
They won championships as an Arena League team.
Yep.
I mean, this is a football, hockey town, baseball town. I've said this for fucking decades now. The Lions ever win a Super Bowl, I'm heading to Toledo because they're going to burn everything down. There's going to be nothing left standing.
Byron, son.
It's not going to be riots and looting. It's going to be they're gleefully burning everything down because they're so happy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm going to kill somebody. I'm that happy. It's just. But no, this is a very football-oriented area. I mean, you have a very small area that, it supports Lions and two major college teams. I mean, we're not even a, top 15, top 20 market anymore?
No.
As far as media?
Yeah, no. I think we're we might be top 20.
That's pretty impressive. But yeah, I'm thinking Wichita, North Dakota. Yeah, North Dakota. You got a dome somewhere in that state. You're going to about to have a team. Shit. They might be smart to actually stick one in Puerto Rico.
Oh.
I think I see where they were going though with the method to the madness with Birmingham and Memphis. I mean, you got that section of the country. There's a void for pro football, really. I mean, and let's think about kind of where Earl's at. I mean, let's talk about Oklahoma. Let's think about a place where college football is king because they have no pro teams.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, you got Oklahoma.
Alabama.
Yeah, somewhere in Alabama. Mississippi.
Mississippi, yeah. It's true. And I mean, fuck it. Hey, man. If it works out, it's decent football. I'll put it this way. If it's on par with top 25 college football, I think it has a shot to stick around for at least a few seasons. If it turns into the gimmicky bullshit that they were doing before, where they're changing rules and changing how, what was it? It wasn't even kickoff. It was the ball scramble or whatever.
Yeah, they placed it at center field, I think.
Yeah.
If they start the first season with one set of rules, end it with the fourth revised version set of rules, I think that'll quickly be their only season.
Again.
Yeah.
I
do know.
No cheerleaders this time around either.
Yeah, I did hear that. No cheerleaders. I do know this. Judging from that 30 for 30, apparently the Vegas team was like really, really, really well supported for an XFL team. That ain't going to happen again.
No, because they got 2 teams now.
Yep.
They got the Raiders and the Knights, and the Knights are the shit.
Mm-hmm. And the Raiders are the fucking Raiders. I don't care where the Raiders go. Raiders fans are Raiders fans. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Lions fan.
You know, it's...
And they're going to be the Raiders of John Gruden, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. You're fucking done, son.
All right. So, okay, so they had... Getting off the XFL and back to the only football league that matters at this moment. They had their media day on Monday, didn't they?
Yes.
Is this the most boring media day in the history of media day? Because I didn't hear anything exactly.
Well, that's what I asked you guys in the chat. Have you, in our present lifetime...
No, you're going to reframe this.
Really?
Let him say. God damn. How are you going to object before he says anything? Let him say it first. Then pick him apart. Jesus.
Nope. Nah, I ain't saying it. Fuck it.
It's the point of the show, is to say something.
What I'm saying is...
This ain't Bob Ross painting hour, jackass.
But look at my trees. Anyways, have you ever had a Super Bowl not talked about as much as this one?
We just talked for an hour about Tom Brady. You're insane.
About Tom Brady. Not Tom Brady and the Patriots against the fucking Eagles.
Dude, it's Monday. It's early in the week, man. What do you really think nobody's talking about?
You're 6 days old because you said that on Sunday.
You really think no one's talking about the Super Bowl? You really?
No, it's not that they're not talking about the soccer. It's not that they're not talking about the Super Bowl. It's not the big story. It's not the big news. In the years before, it was big. It was huge. Now it's like at the end of every show. And you get 2 to 10 minutes.
Okay, well, let's go with, let's say your observation is correct, all right? Is it because of who's playing in it? Is it because of where it's at? Because I know that having been here when the Super Bowl was up here in 2006, there was a lot of bitching and complaining about why are we having a Super Bowl in a cold weather city? And I mean, I'm talking on cold pizza when it was around. I'm talking on Pardon the Interruption. I mean, it was across the board on ESPN. And Radio Row was apparently a motherfucker because it was all out in the open in the weather. And so people weren't given long interviews or anything. They were just wanting to basically make an appearance, plug whatever they're plugging, and move to the next radio station.
That was short-sighted on our part. Oh, it's a beautiful city. It's outside. It's fucking January in Detroit. There's a river right there.
I mean, I think it's a legitimate question to ask if because I have noticed this when it's in Tampa, it's in Jacksonville, it's somewhere where they can be outside. There's a lot of, besides the usual coverage that you come to expect, supplemental coverage. They're out doing things in the city. Oh, here we got so-and-so to go the taste of Tampa or the taste of Jacksonville or Dallas or wherever the fuck. You know, God forbid it's in New Orleans. You know what happens when it's in New Orleans. Strippers pay their rent for the whole year based off of that 1 week. I mean,
And Warren Sapp doesn't pay the hookers.
And other athletes steal, thinking, oh, I thought it was free.
You mean I got to pay for these crab legs?
I got to pay for these stripper legs? What the fuck?
But no, I think it's a legitimate point because, yeah, my work, usually by this point, we're just buried in shit promotional shit, specials, anything to try to cash in. I mean, 7 years I've been with the company. Every fucking year it's been that way. Not one thing has been sent to us yet.
Well,
and this isn't. It's not like this is one of those weird years where there's only 1 week between the championship games and the Super Bowl. There's a full 2 weeks.
I think it's the magnitude of all the other stories. And it's just weird for me because there were other stories in other years and Super Bowl still took the lead. And this year it's Michigan State this, Nassar that, Tiger Woods is coming back, Roger Federer won the Australian Open 20th title, Daytona's coming up. Before we go, Patriots and Eagles are playing in a Super Bowl in a week, and it's like, really?
Well, to be fair, this U.S. Gymnastics Larry Nassar shit, this is unprecedented. I don't remember a sports-related story this big right around the Super Bowl. I can't think of one. I mean, this has dominated non-sports news and reporting. So, I mean, that's just, however you want to put it, bad timing, bad luck for the NFL, whatever. I do think a little part of it is, Chris, you brought it up. You have a coworker, he's like, yep, I'm boycotting the NFL. I think that's happening, and people, just like before the election in 2016, all the polls, oh, shit, Hillary's got this easy. This is a slam dunk. It's because a lot of people didn't feel like telling anyone they were voting for Trump. I think a lot of people feel the same way about boycotting the NFL. They feel that if they say it, people are going to look down on them and say, well, that's stupid to do. He did get ragged by a couple guys and you can start next season. It's a hell of a week to start. And that's when he got into he's been doing it since October. But yeah, I have to say, just from now, I understand as the game gets closer, the hype's going to build more and more. That's going to happen no matter what. But I have to say that I can't believe Media Day went by and there was no signature moment from it. Like, I follow probably a third of what I follow on social media is sports related. And I was waiting for that, oh shit, bulletin board moment. And with Philly in the Super Bowl, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. Nope, it's their fans. Punching horses and shit and driving dune buggies up the Rocky Steps.
And wearing dog masks.
Dog masks. And I'm going to fuck your wife, Tom Brady. I'm going to fuck that bitch. And the players are like, I think the players are just sitting back like, I don't think we need to say shit. The fans pretty much took care of all of that. Yeah.
Fans got our back.
And we've talked about it. The Patriots, man, this is old hat to them. And even if it's not, there's enough veterans on that team to look at any rookie who starts feeling himself a little too much and go, hey, rookie, act like you fucking been here. Yeah. And if you don't know how to do it, act like us.
The clock don't say zero yet. Calm the fuck down.
Exactly. I mean, I think the biggest story that is strictly related to the two teams that has to do with the game that I've heard in the last 48 hours is that weak titty fucking mic drop that fucking Tom Brady whipped out. We're going to go try to win this for you. This is for you. Tink. It's like, bro, just stop. Like, where's James Harrison? Like, James Harrison should have come up, grabbed Tom Brady around his neck, stuck his fingers up his ass, and started bench pressing him over his head.
He'd have thrown a mic at somebody's forehead.
And stuck it in there.
James Harrison come out looking like Mike Tyson. I'm going to fuck the Eagles till they love me.
Exactly.
Come here to play. Holy shit.
James Harrison wakes up jacked.
You got a dog mask on? I'm going to fucking doggy style. Shit.
James Harrison goes to bed jacked, eats breakfast jacked, takes a shit jacked. showers Jack.
Dude, I
he does
imagine
everything.
Ray
Jack.
Lewis and James Harrison are in the exclusive club of, when they wake up, they scream, "Oh, good morning."
Yeah. Just for no other reason besides that's just how they wake up. Why are you always yelling? That's just how I talk.
Exactly.
You got a problem with where I talk? No.
Everything I do is jacked.
I want some scrambled eggs.
Just throw them against the wall.
I ain't got
some
time.
jack cheese.
I ain't got no time for no motherfucking fork and no plate. I just open my mouth and you throw them in my food hole. Let's go.
Every cheese in his refrigerator is Jack.
Monterey Jack.
I got pepper jack, baby.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I got pepper jack, Kobe Jack,
Be careful with my pepper jack. It bruises easily.
Monterey Jack.
I gave my friend Jack mozzarella. That's what I did.
Hey, Mr. Harrison.
It's my son, Jack.
Would you like a drink from the bar? Yeah, Jack. Straight up. Just Jack.
Jack and Red Bull. I call it Jack.
All right. You know what wasn't jacked? The fucking Pro Bowl.
Dude.
Oh, my God.
You have to be the only person who was bitching about the football in the Pro Bowl. You know they're not supposed to play football, right?
It's that old guard in me. I can't help
guess.
it.
Like
he wants Chuck Bednarik out there with his gnarled ass hands laying fucking clotheslines and shit, ending guys' careers at the Pro Bowl.
You would probably be at a Pop Warner game talking shit. Like, look at that kid. He blew his assignment.
Okay. Real quick, story time. When I met Earl and his bunch, these fuckers used to wrestle in the front yard and power bomb each other on concrete and shit because wrestling's real. And they're like, get in here. And I'm like, no. Why? Because I'm 18. I go to jail if you do that to me and I get up. I'm going to kill you. And I'm going to jail. Not kiddie jail. Not a children's home. Like prison.
Like jail.
Yes. And I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This dumb shit. Let's play football. And I'm like, okay, do you look at Earl, look at the rest of you. Show me how, if you're not on his team, show me how this ends for you. Here's a pretzel. This is what your future is going to look like.
This ain't going well.
Poor guy. Come running down at me and helicoptered.
I mean, seriously, dude. Some of our friends, like one of our friends was probably he's a tall fuck. I mean, not tall, but I mean, he was like 6'1", but he couldn't have been more than $125. And dude thought he was like some hot shit. And it was like, no, not at all, bro. It's not.
Oops.
Yeah. I'm like, on top of that, you don't play football. He does. You don't even know what you're doing. It's like the first time you ate pussy. You just hope it felt good to her. You have no idea. Oh, God.
You were looking for the man in the rowboat. That's all you were doing the first time.
Exactly. Oh, Jesus. But, yeah, I didn't even watch the Pro Bowl. I have no idea who won.
I didn't watch it either. I watched it for a second. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I Pro Bowl was like, oh, Pro Bowl's on. Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Next.
Yeah. It's like, hey, the Grammys are on. Good for the Grammys. Yeah,
I think I watched a 10-year-old episode of Without a Trace instead of the Pro Bowl. And Earl's in the messenger chat bitching about the quality of football in the Pro Bowl. I'm like, you really?
Dude, I didn't think it slipped that far.
I've watched the Pro Bowl one time in my life.
They got pads on and running, and then don't even get tackled. It's two-hand touch football with pads.
Even the most hardcore football motherfuckers I know make no plans to watch the Pro Bowl. They'll watch the Combine before they'll watch the Pro Bowl.
Well, I'm saying the fucking skills challenge wasn't anything to watch either. That sucked.
Oh, the NHL?
No, the NFL.
I didn't even know they do skills challenges.
All-Star games in general just need to go away. It's, in a sense, it's your company banquet, and we have to watch it. No thanks.
I was just like, well, at least someone's watching it.
Yeah, no, right? It's like
I watched it for 2 minutes, man. I didn't watch the first half. Started to watch the second half, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Earl gonna be our senior Pro Bowl correspondent.
I don't think so. You got Gerald McCoy, fucking...
I don't think so, and you're about to name names and give play-by-play.
No, dude. Just the moments that I watched it. It was like 2 minutes. And there was like just badass defensive line, and they're just kind of like, I'm standing here. I'm a lineman. And the moment they touched anybody, whistle.
Yeah! It's your first day? It's your first time watching a Pro Bowl?
No, but I mean, I've watched it where people were like, caught it and then blindsided and shit. I'm like, what happened?
Well, they're not allowed to wake up jacked for the Pro Bowl.
No.
It's the one game where they're encouraged to use marijuana. Nah, man, just be out there. Just be out there and chill. You don't want to hurt nobody. You got Super Bowl. Well, too, it's as usual. You have nobody from the two teams that are about to play in a week, because fuck that. Yeah, I'm going to get hurt in the Pro Bowl, miss the Super Bowl. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Exactly. Can you imagine if Tom Brady was out there? Like, seriously. Dude,
yeah, he would look like that fucking pitcher in the batting practice with the big cage in front of him.
Jams a finger.
Well, dude, I mean, they're still human. Even if there's a respect on a very base level of we're both football players, we're both professional athletes, there's always going to be that one guy that's like, man, fuck Tom Brady, punk motherfucker. I'm going to take his knees out. Man, it's the Pro Bowl. You can't do that. I don't give a fuck. There's always one. Always one. So, of course, it makes no sense.
Ice looking at you.
I would, too.
Thanks for proving my point. And
the man is a little pissant.
On top of that, see, coming around to my way of thinking, he must have watched the video. But no, I mean, so if you don't even have players from the best two teams there, come on now. I mean, you know what I'd rather do? How about we get all the Pro Bowlers, put them in like the Real World Hawaii house for a week?
Just give them all a bunch of money and drugs and condoms.
No, I was going to say...
no, like the Real World.
No, just have a parade of strippers and cocaine and weed constantly coming through the house, and just wire the house for video and sound, but don't have any visible cameras, and see how long it takes these fools to forget they're on camera. Like, seriously. Like, if Johnny Manziel was there, I bet it'd take 15 minutes before he's balls deep, looking like he was in a snowing accident, and some fucking Hawaiian skank. I swear to God. I swear to God. I mean, because that's entertainment. I mean, because this shit is just. And once again, what is the NFL doing to make it more interesting? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what would be interesting? Have like a charity game between the Pro Bowlers and sports writers. And mic everyone up. I mean, everyone, officials, the goalpost, with everything. Put a mic and a camera in the ball somehow. I want to hear everything that's said Because that first fucking series is going to be a bitch for somebody.
Don't hit me. I'm going to tell him. Don't you fuck. I swear to God. Take one more step.
Or better yet, just how about everybody who's been fired from the NFL Network versus the sports writers? That's a pretty good team.
That's no good. That's Sapp and no.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Tampa. No.
Let Sapp go out there one more time. Oh, shit. All right. So, if I remember correctly, didn't we do our pick for the Super Bowl last week?
Yeah. We all went with New England, I believe. Let me double check. Just make sure. Yep. We all picked New England.
Well, since there's only one game, pick quarters. Who wins the first quarter?
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I got to get up in like 4 hours.
I picked Philly to win the first three. New England wins the fourth. And the game, just like always. You're here to hear for Iceman.
I think you need to stow that fucking crickets real quick. I almost feel like there should be some money put on that.
Hey, every time we bring up money, he sidesteps out of it.
That's because the Iceman's broke. Well, listeners, donate quickly.
Yeah. Click on the donate button, ChristopherMedia.net.
Have you seen the paychecks we get from Christopher Media? That's why he sidesteps it.
Touche.
Swear to God. If
put my paycheck on it.
If this cost me money, I would think I was married again. Jesus Christ, because it's about the same as marriage. There's 6 hours of actual work. There's like 12 hours of trying to prep to deal with the 6 hours of actual work. And then it's like, well, nobody pays attention to anything I did. It's just like marriage.
Hey, before we go, Rich, Vegas Knights tied the most for an inaugural season in wins.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Well, unless they go over for the second half of the season, they're going to destroy that record.
Yeah, they're going to obliterate it.
Yeah, so it's not just that they're for real. They're like real. Like a team to be feared.
They absolutely are, man. That is a fucking team that was like, we got a lot to prove. Let's do it.
Right, but it's full of people that no team wanted.
That's why they got a lot to prove.
I'm just saying that's kind of fucked up. They're like, oh, we don't need them. Yeah, waive them. Send them to the expansion draft. I don't care. Oops.
Hatred, anger, those are good motivators, man. And like I said, I'm betting good money that Gerard Gallant went in that fucking locker room and was like, you're all here because no one thought you were good enough to be on the team you're on. But now you're on this team. We wanted you. We took you. We could have taken anybody else, but we took you.
To the coach of the miracle team?
Pretty much. Like I guarantee you one of those speeches along those lines happened in that locker room at some point. And it worked. It had to have. I mean, that's just... I'm remembering the Thrashers. I mean, and these technically weren't even expansion teams. Like, you can't call Colorado an expansion team. That was a relocation. You can't call, Phoenix, the Coyotes, when they were the Phoenix Coyotes, an expansion team. That was Winnipeg moving. Can't call Carolina an expansion team. That was Hartford moving. Like, the last expansion teams, like Anaheim, Nashville, San Jose, Tampa, and Florida. Those are your last, expansion teams. And none of them did this. I mean, this shit, when they got off to the start they got off to, I think they went 9-0 before the Red Wings beat them. Which will make the highlight reel for the Red Wings fucking season in review. I was completely wrong about this team. Had no problem.
Yeah, we were joking. Ice in the fucking desert. Oh, this is going to be a shit show. Oops.
Yeah. And I mean, I when the playoffs start and they're there, which I have absolute faith they're going to be there and they're going to be a high seed, that's when I think the average hockey fan who maybe doesn't get to watch a lot of their games nationally is going to find out just how much support that team has. Because say what you want about hockey, look at a city like Nashville. Like bandwagon fans, whatever, but they came out and supported that fucking team. I can tell you this right now: Buffalo wasn't supporting the Sabres when they were in the fucking conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
Not like that. I don't even know now granted, I wasn't in New York when Buffalo went to the Stanley Cup finals the next year, but if it was anything like the year before, that whole city didn't go nuts for that team. There was a lot of, let me know when the Bills make the playoffs again. So, yeah. Golden Knights, gay name. I think they should have went with the Black Knights or just the Knights, but there ain't nothing bullshitting about how they're playing. That's for damn sure.
Well, they're pretty golden right now. I'm just saying.
But all right, are we gonna call it a show?
Yeah. Yeah. Show meeting. Are we doing a Super Bowl podcast?
Let me get back to you on that.
All right. No worries.
Yeah, because there's a couple issues that have that come up that I forgot to talk to you about before. I wasn't even going to say anything about it, but until we were done recording, there's a couple issues that came up.
All right.
So
then we'll just cut it short here and say follow us on Twitter at Sporgy Podcast. Email the show, sporgy@christophermedia.net. And yeah, we'll have a new football champion next time we all get together. So enjoy the game, and we'll see you next week.
Later.
Peace out, y'all.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
You went online to switch your car insurance to Progressive so you could save money. But then you saw a friend request from an old summer camp buddy. And now here you are, clicking through photos of his kickball team from 2011. Looks like they won the championship that year. Then he moved to Tulsa. Oh, a new tattoo. Yes, they said it was easy to save hundreds on car insurance with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average savings by new customer surveyed who saved in 2019.
Hear from me, four-time Olympic gold medalist Michael Johnson, on the Data Brilliant podcast from data leaders Click. I talked to Click's Joe Dos Santos about the role of data in my running career and in my business today as I help prepare future athletes. Tune in to hear us as we discuss the psychological and personal qualities needed to be a champion and how data can help you recognize what it takes to win. Search Data Brilliant on your preferred podcast platform to listen now.